you do not want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams, the Huskers, the North Platte Bulldogs, and the St. Pat's Irish on their big screens. Pair the excitement with our amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience. Don't forget to enjoy axe throwing with your friends. Brigham's Tap Room, where great food, great drinks, and great times come together. Brigham's Tap Room, 1100 South Jeffers Street, North Platte.
The following sports presentation. North Platte High Sports on NorthPlattePost.com, FM 98.1 and AM 1410 are brought to you by Another Round Sports Bar and Grill at River's Edge Golf Course, Premier Toyota, Let's Go Places, Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy and Athletic Enhancement, Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey, Zeller Motors, Bad Apple Repair, fix your iPhone or iPad, Rooster Roll-Offs, The Gathering Spot, and the Justin Thompson Agency, American Family Insurance.
Herbert in motion. The pitch out to Sam Herbert. He's going to have some space for the legs. Hit the open field. Sam Herbert with the touchdown. I mean, he exploded through that open hole. Ewing's attack finds the mark. 21-13.
Today's game also brought to you in part by the D&N Event Center, Mid-Plains Community College, Runza, Great Plains Foot and Ankle, Farm Bureau Financial, Larry's Glass, Dave's Place, Puro Clean, Bill Summers Ford Honda Lincoln Nissan, Great Plains Health Sports and Therapy, Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment, and Shelter Insurance, Pete Falls and Brent Rogo.
The ball comes out once again, and it's picked up by the Bulldogs. Another fumble, this time from Michael Wojcicki, and North Platte's going to pick it up. Holy moly, yet again this Bulldog defense coming in clutch. As Fuller now fires into Dibert. That one drilled out to center. It's going all the way. Another home run for the Bulldogs. They take the lead, 9-8. Are you believing in miracles right now?
Watch today's game live at NorthPlattePost.com. Brought to you by WB's Fun Center and Brigham's. Here's the voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon.
Hey everybody, welcome in here to Hastings for some North Platte High girls varsity softball. The 2-5 Bulldogs taking on the 2-5 Lincoln Standing Bears. That's how it is. Here at a neutral site in Hastings, Bulldogs looking to bounce back after a couple tough games over the last couple of days, of course, falling just 2 days ago to Grand Island Central Catholic and the Crusaders 4-3, and are currently on a 3-game losing streak, looking to turn that around against a Lincoln Standing Bear that fell just a couple of minutes ago to McCook High School and the Bison 10-3. Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. Again, Bulldogs struggling the last 3 games in terms of finding some momentum in the pitching side. Last 2 games have been particularly tough, losing again 4-3 to Grand Island Central Catholic, 11-2 that last Friday, the 30th before the holiday break, 11-2, and then falling to Waverly 12-11, looking to change that here against Lincoln Standing Bear. Let's jump quickly into our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup as this game is just about to get underway. We'll start on the side of the visiting team. That will be North Platte High School here today. Casey Joe Munson at shortstop, leading off with Jaylee Comer in center field. J.C. Lear at left field with Katie Titus at third base. Ari Reyna will be on the mound today for the Bulldogs with Tiffany Townsend, the designated hitter. Lexus Erickson catching with Lauren Bowers at second, Malia Harmon at first, and then Faith Bennett on over at right field as the flex player. For the side of the Lincoln Standing Bear varsity squad, Harper Svensson will be on over at shortstop with Olivia Parra in right field. Ryan Habit-Daly at first base with Sammy Johnson as the designated hitter. Finley Quick in center field, Jada Welton at second base, Lily Hansmeyer catching with Annalise Meitzen at third base. Hadley Froschel in left field, and then Ella Flom on over pitching for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Their second game here today, North Platte's first game today, and their only game today. Currently outside right now, it is 77 degrees, and it's 5:12 for our first pitch. Get our time and temp brought to you in part by Lindemeyer Law Office. Their lineup consists of all-star attorneys Bob Lindemeyer, Amanda Spikert, Kent Florham, Kent Turnbull, and rookie sensations Victoria Hervey and Natalie Hoffman. When life gets to the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, we will step up to the plate and hit a home run for you. Call Lindemeyer Law today, 534-6740. So just getting things underway here to begin today's contest. Today, again, both teams 2-2 coming into today's game. 2-5, correction, into today's game. Bulldogs on a 3-game losing streak. Lincoln Standing Bear just fell to McCook and the Bison a couple minutes ago. As we get ready for first pitch here today, as Flom's first pitch into the side of Casey Joe Munson gets into center field for a leadoff single from Munson. And just like that, the Bulldogs get off to a good start. And that's kind of been the thing they've been trying to work on these last couple of days, has been getting more runners on the base pads, sometimes struggling to produce some offense as Jaylee Comer now steps up. Munson on over at first. There is a lot of speed on the base pads for North Platte High School, so do expect them to steal and steal often. That was a struggle for Lincoln Standing Bear a game ago against McCook. Jaylee Comer lays the bunt down but fouls it off for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now to the center fielder, Jaylee Comer. Stella Flom now gets her second pitch in. Let's get to some Owls Lock and Safe keys to today's game. Consistency from the behind the plate for North Platte High School, as again struggling these last 2 games to produce runs after a strong start to the season where they were able to produce more than 6 runs in their 3 straight games. Have been able to produce less than 2, as that one's going to get away from the catcher Hansmeyer. With that, Munson will make her way on over to second following the passed up ball. It's 1-1 the count now to Jaylee Comer. If the Bulldogs can continue to play their style of baseball, a lot of nice small ball and some great steals, then we're looking at another North Platte victory. And then defensively on the pitching side, stay ahead. Make sure they attack the strike zone to get ahead in the count and put down Lincoln Standing Bear, as Comer pulls back yet again on another bunt attempt, as that's high upstairs for ball number 2, following Jaylee Comer, J.C. Lear, and then Katie Titus for North Platte High School. As the Bulldogs continue to make their way through this season, 2-5 at the moment. As that one's going to be once again bunted but fouled by Comer. So 2-2 now to Jaylee Comer. As here comes another attempt from the Bulldogs and Jaylee Comer. Casey Joe Munson on over at second base for North Platte High School. Still nothing here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Floms 2-2, way upstairs. 3-2 the count now, as that one is skied up almost into a whole new area code. And with that, full count to the center fielder Comer. As Flom will look towards the bench and get her situation in terms of her pitch. The 3-2 to Jaylee Comer. Swung on and turned to right field, but it will fall foul for another 3-2 count. Comer with some good contact on that pitch. Will now make it a 3-2 count on Jaylee Comer, as Flom gets the A-OK. The 3-2 once again to Comer. Popped up, and that'll fall right behind me for yet again another foul ball. Back-to-back fouls from Jaylee Comer. It's 3-2. Ella Flom and Comer really going back and forth here in today's contest. Already in this first inning. Flom up to 8 pitches. Here comes another 3-2. Turned on that one, going into right field. Getting up underneath it is Olivia Parra, but be called off as catching it Finley Quick in center will record the first out of today's game. As Jaylee Comer skies out to center field, and up to bat Now comes J.C. Lear for North Platte High School. As Lear looking to advance Casey Joe Munson either to third or to home. Casey Joe Munson is a steal threat over to third. I saw it a couple of times earlier this season. As Flom will get ready, the left-handed pitcher sets and delivers. As another bunt going to be laid down. That one popped up and fouled back to the North Platte bench. For strike number 1 to J.C. Lear. Katie Titus on deck with Ari Reyna in the hole for North Platte High School. As here we go, ready for the next pitch here from Ari Reyna. She waits for, Ella Flom. As infield playing closer. Might send from a third base. We'll see one. Scott in the left field, and it will fall in for a base hit. So Munson will make her way on over to third. So that's another single for North Platte High School to put runners at the corners. As a little blooper from J.C. Lear just falls in front of the left fielder, Hadley Froschel. And now here comes Katie Titus up to bat for the first time today. Of course, Titus hit a grand slam in the Bulldogs' first games of the season against Kearney. Now has runners at first, and now second as Lear sneaks her way over to second base. So runners now at second and third in scoring position. That pitch upstairs, ball number 1 to Titus, who's playing third base today. Ari Reyna on deck. Tiffany Townsend in the hole for North Platte High School. As here comes the pitch from Flom. That one rolled down the first baseline foul gently. So 2-2 the count now to Katie Titus. Munson at third. Lear at second in scoring position if it gets into the outfield from the power hitter Titus. Flom now up to 13 pitches, 9 strikes, 4 balls today. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Turned on to left field. That one's up, and that one is out of here. Katie Titus, a no-doubter into left field, and just like that, North Platte High School takes a commanding 3-0 lead off of the home run from Katie Titus. Pitch that was left over the middle of the zone, and Titus turned on it and never looked back. And North Platte High School already up 3-0 in this ball game. I talked about Katie Titus and that power hit a grand slam against Kearney in the first couple games of the season. And now it's an early 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs here with Katie Titus's left field home run. As Ella Flom now looks to reel it back in against Ari Reyna, who's up to bat with the bases cleared and 1 out in this top of the first inning. Flom's pitch way upstairs for ball number 1. Again, Lincoln Standing Bear, one of the newer Lincoln schools, getting its first 9 through 11 class this year. Tiffany Townsend on deck with Lexus Erickson in the hole for North Platte High School. The 1-0 pitch to Reyna. Turned on, that one going to go to left field and fall just in front of the line for a fair ball. And that's another single for the Bulldogs as Ari Reyna gets aboard on over at first base. 4 hits already here in this first inning for North Platte High School. And threatening to put on more is courtesy runner coming on now for North Platte High School. Couldn't catch the numbers, so I'll catch it when they fly about. Again, Alexis Erickson up to hit now for the first time today. As, once again, Ella Flom now gets ready to fire into Erickson. Oh, that one right behind Alexis Erickson. Excuse me, for Tiffany Townsend for ball number 1. As it's Danica Jedrzejczyk on over at first for the side of North Platte High School courtesy running for Reyna. As the 1-0 now from Flom, as way upstairs again to Tiffany Townsend for ball number 2. Another power hitter for North Platte High. Townsend, of course, see her play catcher most of the time. Today, a designated player for North Platte High School. Faith Bennett out in right field today. Early 3-0 lead. It's 2-0 pitch now into Townsend. She's going to lay the bunt down again. No good as Jedra Sajic on over at first will run back for ball 3 to Tiffany Townsend. 3-0 the countdown. 1 out here in this top of the first inning. Annalise Meitzen on over at third. Pressured up looking for a bunt. The 3-0 into Townsend. That's upstairs ball 4, and Tiffany Townsend will take a stroll on over to first, and we have 2 runners on. Danica Jedra Zajic at second, and Tiffany Townsend on over at first base for North Platte High School. Early 3-0 lead, and time's going to have to be called as we'll have a bound visit for Ella Flom. Bulldogs off to a hot start here in this top of the first inning. 4 hits already have come across for the Bulldogs offense, including a 3-run home run out to left field from Katie Titus, and North Platte is firing on all cylinders to begin today's game. And this is exactly what they needed after the last 3 games where they have struggled to, in 2 of those games, struggled to produce, and in one of them just struggled to close out. In that Waverly game, Bulldogs lost by 1, 12-11. But from that point on, 3-game losing streak, a 3-4 loss, and we already have a pitching change on the mound here for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. As Annalise Meitzen will now take over on the mound as Ella Flom has her day come to an end. I believe she moves on over to third base. So, after a tough start for one Emma Flom, here comes Annalise Meitzen. Will now be taking over. Again, 3-0 lead for North Platte High School. Runners still on the base pad. 2 of them runners at second and first. We have Tiffany Townsend on over at first base. And Danica Jedra Zajic on over at first. Excuse me, at second for North Platte High School. As here we go yet again with some more baseball in today's game as Annalise Meitzen takes over for Ella Flom. As she'll deliver her first pitch into Lexus Erickson. Meitzen's pitch upstairs for ball number 1, 1-1. Excuse me, 1-0 the count now. Flom moves on over to, I believe, shortstop with Fenson on over to third. As Meitzen will get the sign in from the dugout and back into the pitching circle she goes. The 1-0 pitch into Erickson. Swing and a miss by Lexus Erickson for strike number 1. 1-1 now the count. Alexis Erickson on deck. Lauren Bowers with Malia Harmon in the hole for North Platte. Here comes the 1-1 from Meitzen. Swing and a miss by Alexis Erickson. There's a 1-2 count now to Erickson. Is still 1 out here in this top of the first inning. A 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs. As Meitzen now will get the sign. They look to fire it into Hansmeyer. 1-2. That one's just low in the zone around the corner, and it finds its mark for the first strikeout today and the second out of today's game in this first inning for Lincoln Standing Bear. As up now comes Lauren Bowers. Bowers on over at second base today, has 2 runners on. Jedra Sajic on over at second with Tiffany Townsend at first for North Platte High. Meitzen now with her first pitch into Bowers. Turned on slowly. Good glove by Meitzen. And there's out number 3. And that's how this inning comes to an end. Not before 3 runs come across on 4 hits, including a left field 3-run home run by Katie Titus. And the Bulldogs lead in this one 3-0. We come back here to Hastings, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming as always, NordPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump and Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay is saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Attention, North Platte and surrounding communities. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment is now proudly serving you from their new location at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is here to meet all your home care needs. Whether you need wheelchairs, mobility scooters, lift chairs, or more, they've got the equipment to make your home safer and more comfortable. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510 and take the first step towards regaining your independence.
Attention barbecue lovers. Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey is locally owned and operated. They smoke all their own meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. Join them Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturdays till 11 p.m., and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., with breakfast served on Sundays from 8 to 11. And don't miss their chicken fried steak every Friday night and prime rib on Saturdays. Smokin' Double D's, making greatness happen overnight in Hershey.
This fall, harvest big savings at Bill Summers in North Platte. Reap the rewards. Fall into incredible deals on a great inventory of new and especially pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're hunting for a budget-friendly ride or your dream car, Bill Summers has you covered. Don't wait. Call or visit Bill Summers in North Platte today or browse their unbeatable selection online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Your perfect car is just a click. Call or visit away.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Complex in Hastings. North Platte High School leading Lincoln Standing Bear 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Our timeouts brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Again, 3-0 here on the Lincoln Fast scoreboard. Have you downloaded the MyPhillips 66 app yet? If not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. Located across from the Do It Center in North Platte. Sign up today for the MyPhillips 66 app and start saving as Jaylee Comer in center field makes a great glove as Harper Svensson up to bat first for Lincoln Standing Bear. Got some good contact, but a great glove by Comer out in center makes it one down here in this bottom of the first inning. Olivia Parra now up to bat. Also, thank you to our sponsors here for today's game, Premier Toyota. At Premier Toyota, you'll find a friendly, easy-to-work-with staff that'll help you find the perfect car for you. Whether you're looking for something new or pre-owned, Premier Toyota has a wide selection of vehicles for you to choose from, as well as Another Round Bar and Grill and Rivers Edge Golf Course. Another Round Bar and Grill is where fun meets fine dining, with the relaxed atmosphere of a sports bar and the sophisticated menu and service that you expect from an upscale restaurant. Another Round Bar and Grill. That one's fouled off by Parra. It's now 1-1 the count now to Olivia Parra from Ari Reyna. We saw Reyna in the last time I was broadcasting a North Platte High game against Cozad, where she came in for Katie Titus, who had 7 strikeouts. Reyna today getting the start and holding on to a nice 3-0 lead. It's a 1-1 count to Parra. Make that a 2-1 count now as that's tight inside. Following Parra, Ryan Habba-Daly and then Sam Johnson for Lincoln Standing Bear. Reyna will get the sign in from Lexus Erickson catching in today's ball game. And she winds up. That one skied on over to first base, getting up underneath the Malia Harmon, and she makes the glove at first for out number 2 as down goes Parra, and there's 2 up, 2 down for North Platte High School in this bottom of the first inning. So here comes Ryan Habba-Daly for her first swings today against Ari Reyna. Already 6 pitches for Reyna, 3 balls, 3 strikes. Sammy Johnson on deck with Finley Quick in the hole for Standing Bear. 3-0 lead on the wicked fast scoreboard. Here comes the first pitch in from Ari Reyna's high and outside. Ball number 1 almost clipped that upper right corner, but just outside. It's 1-0 the count now. Bottom of the first inning, and both teams 2-5 on this season. Next pitch from Reyna, swung on and chopped right to the fence behind home plate for strike number 1. Bulldogs on a 3-game losing streak. Lincoln Standing Bear in I would say a quote-unquote doubleheader today, but in a duel as they'll be taking on another team after the conclusion of this game. Bulldogs just have 1 game today. Lincoln Standing Bear fell to McCook earlier, 10-3. Beautiful pitch from Reyna, just a bit outside there. 2-1 the count. That one teetering on the right corner again. This time on the lower portion of the plate, and it's 2-1. Now to Ryan Habba-Daly. The 2-1. 3-1 as that one's above the letters for ball 3 as Daly staring down the barrel of a walk here in this bottom of the first inning. Again, Bulldogs 3-0 lead on the wicked fast scoreboard. Reyna gets the sign in from Lexus Erickson. Likes what she sees, the 3-1. That one swung on and missed for strike number 2. A fastball goes right past Daly. And just like that, a full count as Reyna looks for her first strikeout today. 2 down already in this bottom of the first. Reyna steps into it. Swing and a miss. Down goes Daly, and that's how this inning comes to an end. At 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning for Lincoln Standing Bear. We're now going to make our way to the top of the second. Bulldogs leading 3-0. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
Visit Jay Engel in North Platte at www.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome to the Bill Smith. Welcome back to the Bill Smith Sporting Complex. North Platte High with a 3-0 lead over Lincoln Standing Bear on the wicked fast scoreboard. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for North Platte High School. No runs, no hits, no errors for Lincoln Standing Bear. Half inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Is location 621 South Dewey, Sweet Beat. Also, thank you to our Sports Zone's sponsors for today's game. Justin Thompson Family Agency with American Family Insurance. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service. No matter what type of insurance you are looking for, farm and ranch, auto, home, life, or business, they have you covered. Check out their offices in North Platte, Ogallala, Broken Bow, and Ord, as that one's fouled off by Malia Harmon for strike number 1 against Annalise Meitzen. Also, thank you to Kroll Clinic. Whether you're on the field, court, or diamond, injuries can happen. At Kroll Clinic, they specialize in sports injuries, helping you get back in the game faster. So whether it's a sprain, strain, or something more, Kroll Clinic has you covered. As home plate umpire took a little ding off from the foul ball from Malia Harmon, it's 0-1 now to Harmon as Meitzen will get the sign and deliver in. Harmon swings, and that one right back to the netting and hits some poor person's phone. And there's 2 strikes already. As it's 0-2 the count now to Malia Harmon. As Meitzen will look to deliver her 7th pitch, having a much better appearance than Ella Flom did in her first ones. As that one's rocketed, it is foul down the first base side, almost gloved up by Ryan Haba-Daly, but it's out there for another foul ball. That's 3 straight foul balls from Malia Harmon. After Harmon, back to the top of the order with Casey Jo Munson, then Jaylee Comer. North Platte High School again leaving 3-0 in this top of the second inning. 0-2 the count now to Harmon. Here comes the pitch. High upstairs, ball number 1. First ball today for Malia Harmon. 1-2 the count now. Nobody out, nobody on. 3-0 lead on the Week It Fast scoreboard. Meitzen gets what she likes to see. The 1-2 pitch. Another one that's fouled back to the netting for another foul ball, as 1-2 the count now to Malia Harmon. As Meitzen delivers again. That one's low in the dirt, ball 2, so 2-2 the count now. What a battle we're having here between Malia Harmon as well as Annalise Meitzen. Still, again, 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs here. Meitzen's 11th pitch in this ball game. Her 7th overall in this at-bat. The next one, the 2-2. Once again, in the dirt for ball 3. It's 3-2, so a great comeback for Malia Harmon. As after getting down 0-2 in the count, now has brought it back to a full 3-2. That payoff 3-2 pitch. That one chopped up into center field for a base hit. Malia Harmon will lead off this top of the second inning with a single after a pretty back and forth battle between Annalise Meitzen and Malia Harmon. It's the Bulldogs that come away up top. And now here comes Casey Jo Munson. She singled up into center field in her first plate appearance against Ella Flom, and now facing Meitzen for the first time today. Runner at first being Harmon, as Meitzen will get ready and deliver it in. Another bunt looked to be laid down. Beautifully placed bunt. And the throw on over to first will not be in time as it gets away from the first baseman on over to third in plenty of time. As trying to extend the base pads. Well, as Malia Harmon just comes up a bit short, thrown out at third, but on over to second goes Casey Jo Munson. Just skirted away from Daly at first. And Munson now over to second base, though there is one out now for Jaylee Comer. She flew out in her first plate appearance. She looks to lay the bunt down as Meitzen's pitch is outside for ball number 1 to Comer. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for North Platte High School. No runs, no hits, no errors for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Bulldogs threatening to score again with Casey Jo Munson at second base. As Meitzen once again will deliver the pitch, the 1-0, now making it 2-0 the count. As it's away for ball number 2. And now up to snuff with it. A 2-0 count into Jaylee Comer as Meitzen delivers the pitch. Comer looks to lay the bunt down again, but another one that is outside for ball 3. It's 3-0 the count now to the center fielder Comer, with J.C. Lear up next and Katie Titus in the hole for North Platte High School. Comer staring down the barrel of a walk as here comes the pitch. 3-0. That one beautifully laid down by Comer. On over, throw to first. Will not be in time. It sneaks away from Daly at first base. Comer with the speed, going to make her way to second. Casey Jo Munson scores. And just like that, the Bulldogs advance their lead now 4-0. As Munson takes off from third, makes it home. Comer bunts her way over to second, following the mistake at first base. And just like that, the Bulldogs now lead 4-0 here in this top of the second inning. 6th hit today for North Platte High School, as up now comes, following the bunt from Jaylee Comer, comes J.C. Lear. So Lear 1 for 1 today. We'll be seeing a ball number 1 from Annalise Meitzen. 1 ball, no strikes. As Svensson on over at third, playing up for a bunt. Here comes a pitch. Lear lays down another good bunt. Munson, that's Svensson on over to first in time for out number 2. A much better throw. Actually, that's Sammy Johnson on over at third now. So, good throw from Johnson. But on over at third now, the speedy Jaylee Comer. And here comes Katie Titus now up to bat. Titus hit that monster 3-run home run in her first at-bat against Ella Flom. She'll see a pitch downstairs for ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. Jaylee Comer in scoring position at third base. Ari Reyna on deck with Tiffany Townsend in the hole. 2 down here in this top of the second inning. A 4-0 lead for North Platte High School. Comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Titus for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now as a quick throw over to third from Hansmeyer. We'll get Jaylee Comer back. So 1-1 the count now to Katie Titus. Smytsen's up to her 22nd pitch. Here comes her 23rd. Swung on and fouled back behind me for strike number 2. 1-2 the count now. With 1 runner on and 2 down here in this top of the second inning. One and two to the third baseman, Titus. As Meitzen looks for the last out of this inning. Here comes the 1-2. That one check swung, but foul for another 1-2 count up above. Comer just a couple of feet away at third base. As Sammy Johnson playing up from third base bag. Here comes the 1-2 again to Titus. Swing and turns on it over to short. Can't be gloved up by Flom, and all they're to say, Katie Titus is safe at first. A great throw coming in on the side of Harper Svensson at shortstop. Almost got Katie Titus. Now we're going to have a discussion as out goes the Lincoln Standing Bears coach to have a word with the infield official. That was quite a bang-bang play at first base. A great throw from Svensson as Titus was pretty much on the bag, but they're going to keep it as is. So the Bulldogs get another run across, their 5th run today and their 7th hit. As on over at first now, Katie Titus. Still 2 outs here in this top of the second inning. Katie Titus on over at first. As Ari Reyna now will appear for the second time in today's ball game. Reyna singled into left field in her first plate appearance. Now has Titus at first. Here comes Meitzen's pitch. That one below the knees for ball number 1 to Ari Reyna. Meitzen up to 26 pitches in this top of the second inning. On deck, Tiffany Townsend with Lexus Erickson in the hole for North Platte High School. As Meitzen now will deliver her 1-0 pitch. That one down the middle for strike number 1 to Ari Reyna. 1-1 now the count. Reyna, today's pitcher for North Platte High School, battling against the relief pitcher for Lincoln Standing Bear, Annalise Meitzen. The 1-1. Check swung and tapped back to the netting for strike number 2 as that pitch was outside, but just somehow Reyna got a little bit of the bat on it. It's 1-2 the count now. Titus at first base for the Bulldogs, leading 5-0 in this top of the second inning against Lincoln Standing Bear. Meitzen with a 1-2. Check swing as that's once again down low in the dirt for 2-2 count. Reyna with the patience to not take a hasty swing. 2-2 with nobody out. Excuse me, with 2 outs and 1 runner at first being Katie Titus. The pitch from Meitzen. Another one that's tight and low inside. That one trying to hit the bottom left corner. Can't do it. A full count, 3-2 to Ari Reyna with Katie Titus on deck. Or excuse me, at first. Man, I'm having myself quite a game today. 3-2. Here comes the pitch. Check swing, it's down low, ball number 4, and Ari Reyna will take a stroll on over to first base with the walk. 5-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. As Danica Jedrzejczyk on over at first now for North Platte High, and Katie Titus at second. Again, 5-0 here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 5 runs on 7 hits. No errors for North Platte High School, compared to Lincoln Standing Bear that now sits with no runs, no hits, no errors. Meitzen's first pitch into Tiffany Townsend. That's going to find its way into the zone for strike number 1. Townsend walked in her first plate appearance against Annalise Meitzen. 2 runners on for North Platte High School at second and first base. Meitzen now with the 0-1. Way up into the stairs for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. With 2 outs up on deck, Lexus Erickson with Lauren Bowers in the hole for North Platte High School. Here on this top of the second inning, leading 5-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. The 1-1 to Townsend. She turns on one. It's going to go lopped into right field and fall just out of the reach of Ryan Hobbit-Daly for strike number 2. It's 1-2 the count now. As Annalise Meitzen looking for the final out of this inning. And a 5-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Meitzen will get the sign from the dugout. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one once again fouled off by Townsend. It's 1-2 the count now. Still 1-2. Top of the second. Bulldogs on the charge. 5-0 lead already. Meitzen now back into the circle. Here comes her payoff pitch. 1-2 again. Turned on and gloved up by the second baseman, Jada Welton. And with that, we're going to the bottom of the second inning. Bulldogs got another run to come across. They lead now 2 more runs to come across. They lead 5-0. We make our way to the bottom of the second inning right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Got a crack? Get it fixed fast at Larry's Glass. From windshields to windows, Larry's Glass in North Platte has been your trusted glass repair and replacement experts for over 40 years. Whether it's your car, home, or business, Larry's Glass gets it done right the first time. They've also got a job for you if you've got the talent. Don't let a little crack become a big problem. Call Larry's Glass at 532-7675 or stop in at 211 East 5th. Fast, friendly, and reliable service you can count on.
Can you feel it? The feeling of starting something new. The feeling of success. At Mid-Plains Community College, our instructors are ready and willing to support you on every step of your educational journey. Whether you're just starting out or changing careers, MPCC can help you transform your future. Learn more by visiting our website at npcc.edu. That's mpcc.edu.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Sports Complex. North Platte High School leading Lincoln Standing Bear 5-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors for North Platte High School compared to the no runs on no hits, no errors for Lincoln Standing Bear in the bottom of the second. Let's jump into our Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game. Zeller Motor Company, with over 40 years of combined sale experience, Nate and Joe know how to get you behind the the wheel of your dream car. Let's not miss some words here. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience the difference at Zeller Motor Company today? As well as Rooster Roll-Offs. Got a mess that's out of control? Say goodbye to the clutter and hello to convenience with Rooster Roll-Offs. Efficiency meets affordability with every roll-off. Serving North Platte and the surrounding areas, give them a call, 308-660-5424, as there's a big hit coming from Sammy Johnson on the leadoff, and it will just fall out of the reach of Casey Joe Munchin at shortstop, and there's a first hit here today for Lincoln Standing Bear, and it goes the way of Sammy Johnson. And now there's one runner aboard for the Bears here. It is Finley Quick now up to bat with Jada Welton on deck and Lily Hansmeyer in the hole against Ari Reyna. So Reyna now will face off against Finley Quick, the center fielder, for the first time today. She'll get the sign in from Erickson. A bunt looks to be laid down, and a strike being called as Quick misses on the bunt attempt. It's now 0-1 the count into Finley Quick. And Sammy Johnson was raring and ready to go on over at first base. Reyna at 14 total pitches in today's contest. Again, has a comfortable 5-0 lead in her back pocket for the Bulldogs. Comes the 0-1 to Quick. Swing and a miss, throwing over to first. There's nobody near, as that one's going to get into right field. The throw on over to second will not be in time, as a mistake as Malia Harmon was not on the bag, as Alexis Erickson was trying to make a throw on over at first, and with that error, first error today for North Platte High School, the runner quickly makes her way to second, being Sammy Johnson. As it's an 0-2 into Finley Quick. As Reyna fires in. Rocketed foul off of a pole and back onto the field, so it's still a 0-2 count to Finley Quick. As Reyna searching for her second strikeout in today's contest. We'll get the sign in from Alexis Erickson. 0-2 the count now to Finley Quick. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Quick swinging. Strikeout number 2 today for Ari Reyna. And just like that, there's one out here in this bottom of the second inning to now bring up Jada Welton, second baseman, who made a great glove. An inning to go to end the inning for the Bulldogs offense. Now, Welton up to bat for the first time against Ari Reyna. Has Sammy Johnson at second base for Lincoln Standing Bear. That one in there. In the zone, strike number 1 to Welton. On deck, Lily Hansmeyer and then Annalise Meitzen for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Get both teams 2-5 on the season, looking to get out of some losing streaks in today's contest. The 0-1, that one's upstairs from Ari Reyna. Ball number 1, 1-1 the count now. As Welton will get the sign in from that one's fouled off, there by Welton for strike number 2. So Megan Ruppert on over at third will give the signs to Welton. And Welton trying to avoid a back-to-back strikeouts for Lincoln Standing Bear. A 1-2 count, 5-0 lead for the Bulldogs on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Oh, that one Just too tight inside for ball number 2. It's 2-2 the count now to Jada Welton. Reyna now at 21 pitches. Nice efficiency so far for the young Ari Reyna. Again, Sammy Johnson still at second for Lincoln Standing Bear. The 2-2. Skied straight up into the air, trying to get under Casey Joe Munson. It's going to fall right in front of Munson yet again. For another hit, this time Jada Welton. It's the single, and just like that, second hit today for Lincoln Standing Bear is, it looked like Casey Joe Munson lost the ball in the sky, and it falls just in front of her. So 2 runners on at first and second for Standing Bear, with now up to bat being the catcher, Lily Hansmeyer. Johnson at second. Welton at first for Standing Bear. She looks to lay the bunt down. Beautifully done. Reyna going to throw it on over to first in time, and there's one out. Excuse me, there's 2 outs now here in this bottom of the second, but that does advance the runners to third and second base to now bring up to bat Annalise Meitzen. Meitzen has Johnson at third and Welton at second. Bulldogs still lead 5-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Ari Reyna trying to get out of this inning unscathed. First pitch is tight inside for ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now to Meitzen. One and 0 with 2 outs here in this bottom of the second inning. Reyna's 25th pitch now on the way. Here it comes. That one skied up and gloved by Lauren Bauer at second, and that scoring threat for Lincoln Standing Bear comes to an end. We're now going to the top of the third. The Bulldogs still lead 5-0. We come back here to Bill Smith Sports Complex, FM 98.1. FM 98.1 AM 1410 and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
When it comes to Runza's chicken strips and dipping sauces, Megan is an expert.
A real sauce fanatic.
Tell him.
I get my strips with honey mustard when I'm feeling tangy.
Mm-hmm.
And buffalo or barbecue when I'm feeling saucy.
Yup.
And ranch or Southwest ranch whenever I want, because there's never a bad time for ranch.
Preach. Our all-white meat chicken strips and dipping sauces are the right food, no matter your mood. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7876 and schedule a visit from a member of the team at PuroClean in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex. North Platte High School leading Lincoln Standing Bear 5-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Our again half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group. Check out his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game, Bad Apple Repair. All your, from cracked screens to busted speakers and even those stubborn charging ports, they got you covered. Fast, friendly, and reliable Bad Apple Repair located next to Zeller Motors. As well as Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey. Locally owned and operated, they smoke all their own meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. First pitch into Alexis Erickson is there for strike number 1. It's 0-1 from Annalise Meitzen. That one slowly grounded on over to the first baseman, Ryan Habadalian. There's out number 1 here in this top of the third inning. So with 1 down now, here comes up the 8-hole hitter, Lauren Bowers. Leah Harmon on deck. Then back to the top of the order with Casey Joe Munson. Still 5-0 the lead for North Platte High School on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Infield playing a little bit in, expecting a bunt potentially from Bauer. She line drived out to the pitcher, Meitzen. in her first at-bat. They're going to say that Lauren Bowers did not go on the check swing, so there's ball number 1. Catcher Lily Hansmeyer wanted to make a check. So it's 1-0 the count now. A 5-0 lead for North Platte High School. Meidson's pitch into Bowers. The 1-0 is there. Strike number 1, just barely teetering on the inside part of the zone. 1-1 with 1 out. Bulldogs with a comfortable 5-0 lead, but would love to keep this lead going. Meidson's next pitch into Bowers. Swung on and popped sky high. That's drifting foul on the first base side, and it will fall foul into the grandstands for strike number 2. 1-2 the count now to Lauren Bowers. One and two, 1 out. Bowers looking for her first hit today and keep the inning rolling for North Platte High School. Meidson now will get the sign on to her 42nd pitch in today's contest, and taking over for Emma Flom. Here comes that pitch to Bowers. The 1-2. Whoa, that one way upstairs and away. And with that, a 2-2 count now to Lauren Bowers. Again, playing second base, Bowers is for North Platte High School. 2-2 with 1 out. Meidson delivers now her 43rd pitch. Upstairs, ball 3, 3-2 the count now. So yet again, another at-bat where the Bulldogs started behind and now have worked their way back to a full count. 3-2 to Lauren Bowers, as Annalise Meidson now staring down the barrel of walking Bowers. The 3-2 pitch. That's away, ball 4. And with that, Lauren Bowers will take a stroll to first. Another good battle between the Bulldogs and Annalise Meidson. And now here comes Malia Harmon. She singled up the middle in her last plate appearance, has Bowers at first base. Following Harmon, Casey Jo Munson, then Jaylee Comer for the Bulldogs. 26 strikes, 18 balls for Annalise Meidson. Her first pitch into Harmon is upstairs, as going on over to second and successfully making it into second is Lauren Bowers. So ball number 1 to Malia Harmon. And on over to second goes Lauren Bowers with the steal. So a runner in scoring position for North Platte High School with Lauren Bowers. Harmon looked to apply the bunt, so with that, Sammy Johnson now very, very far up in the infield, expecting a bunt from Harmon. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's outside, ball 2 to Harmon. First baseman for North Platte High School on deck, Casey Jo Munson. Jaylee Comer in the hole for the Bulldogs. Again, 5-0 is the lead, threatening to score yet again. 1 out here in this top of the 3rd inning. Meidson gets the sign. Here comes her 2-0 pitch in to Harmon. Once more upstairs, ball 3. And after a strong start to this game for Annalise Meidson coming in for relief for Emma Flom, starting to lose a little bit of that control, up to 47 pitches now for Meidson. Meidson, a 3-0 count into Malia Harmon. Gets the sign, and here it comes. That one bunted by Harmon for strike number 1 as it fouled back to the fence line. 3-1. Either which way, that pitch would have been in for a strike, even if Harmon didn't hit it. So here comes a 3-1 count to Malia Harmon. Outside, ball 4, and with that, Harmon will take the walk on over to first, and now there's 2 runners on the base paths for North Platte High School with 1 out here in this Top of the third inning, and now another talk will come across for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear as Megan Rumper will go out and have a talk with Annalise Meitzen. Again, Lincoln Standing Bear in their second game, and we do have some warm-up in the bullpen for Lincoln Standing Bear. Sienna Herstad will be over warming up from what it looked like to me for Lincoln Standing Bear in this top of the third. Again, this is the second game for Lincoln Standing Bear today. They took on McCook earlier and fell 10-3. Now trailing 5-0 to the Bulldogs here in this top of the third inning with, again, Casey Jo Munson up to bat. Singled in her first plate appearance, then got on with a successful bunt in her second. Now popped one foul off the fence for strike number one. Good strong contact from Casey Jo Munson, but fortunately it bounces off of the fence, so it's 0-1 the count now to the shortstop. Harmon at first, Bowers at second. The pitch, Munson looks to lay down another bunt, but it's fouled off of her shoulder for strike number two. It's 0-2 the count now as Annalise Meitzen looking for the second out of this inning. That's Casey Jo Munson looking to find her second successful bunt today. Meitzen now with her 52nd pitch as she steps into the circle, and here it comes. The 0-2 way upstairs for ball number one. On deck for North Platte High School, Jaylee Comer with J.C. Lear in the hole for the Bulldogs. Again, Comer came around last inning for the Bulldogs to score, and part of that two-run top of the second inning. As Meitzen gets the sign, here comes her 1-2 pitch into Munson. That one turned on in the right field. That might fall down in front of Para, but she gets there in time, and Olivia Para is going to glove it as Lauren Bowers, gets called out. A great throw from Olivia Para, and that's how this inning should come to an end for the side of the Bulldogs. A little bit of sloppy base running, and with that, this scoring opportunity for the Bulldog comes to an end. We're going now to the bottom of the third inning. Still a 5-0 lead for North Platte High School. We come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com. Sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
Ask me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, how to protect what you have waited for. Find me at 405 East C Street in North Platte.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM, KWOQ AM, North Platte. Merrick's Ranch House is a proud supporter to bring you this game. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout. Merrick's Ranch House.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome to the Bill Smith Softball Complex. It's a commanding 5-0 lead for North Platte High School here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Have you downloaded the MyPhillips 66 app yet? If not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. Located across from the Do It Center in North Platte. Also, thank you to our half-inning break sponsor, Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. as well as the gathering spot, a home for all gatherings. They have baby showers, wedding showers, birthdays, anniversaries, family reunions, graduations, and so much more. You can choose from a number of different packages ranging from a few hours to the entire weekend. So Hadley Froschel is up to bat for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. She's already at a 2-0 count against Ari Reyna, who's at 27 pitches here in this bottom of the third inning. Following Froschel, Harper Svensson, then Olivia Parra. That pitch, just off the mark for ball 3 to Froschel. So a 3-0 count as Froschel staring down the barrel of a walk here to lead off this bottom of the third inning for Lincoln Standing Bear, trailing 5-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. And that is a walk as it's upstairs ball 4, and Froschel will go over to first to lead off this inning. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors for North Platte High School. No runs on 2 hits and no errors for Lincoln Standing Bear as Harper Svensson now comes up to bat. She flew out to Jaylee Comer in her first plate appearance in the bottom of the first inning. Has Froschel at first, a steal threat for Lincoln Standing Bear. Reyna back into the pitching circle she goes. Here comes her first pitch in. Bunt going to be laid down beautifully. Reyna picks it up. The throw over to first will not be in time as it gets past the first baseman, Lauren Bowers. And with that, over at the corners now for Lincoln Standing Bear goes Harper Svensson to first, and then Hadley Froschel on over to third base. A perfect bunt from Svensson now gives Lincoln Standing Bear their second chance to score today. Of course, they had one in the bottom of the second inning, but couldn't get anything across. And now, with Froschel at third, Olivia Parra comes up to bat. She flew out to Malia Harmon in her first plate appearance against Ari Reyna. Still a 5-0 lead for North Platte High. A throw on over to second as Alexis Erickson trying to get it to Reyna quickly enough so Reyna can throw it to second, but Reyna didn't identify that Harper Svensson was stealing, and just like that, a runner now, 2 runners are in scoring position for Lincoln Standing Bear. An 0-1 count to Olivia Parra, and the right fielder made a great throw to end last inning. That's the pitch. Foul. Actually, they'll say it's going to be fouled off by Olivia Parra. It's now 0-2 the count to Parra, the right fielder. Ryan Habba-Daly on deck with Sammy Johnson in the hole for Lincoln Standing Bear. Hadley Froschel at third, Harper Svensson at second. Bulldogs with a 5-run lead, trying to protect it here, 5-0 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. A 1-2 count, an 0-2 count into Olivia Parra. She swings and fouls one off once again to still stay at 0-2. Reyna now at 33 pitches, 20 strikes, 13 balls for North Platte High School. Erickson will get the sign in from Coach Leah O'Donnell-Greeno. And now here comes the 0-2 from Reyna. Smashed out to right field, getting up underneath it, Faith Bennett. She gloves it, throw on over to home. Will be in plenty of time as they'll keep the runners at second and third. Great glove by Faith Bennett out in right field. And just like that, there's one out here in this bottom of the third inning after Olivia Parra pops it up. Now up to bat, here comes Ryan Habba-Daly. Still 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. Froschel at third, Svensson at second. For Lincoln Standing Bear, she struck out swinging in her first plate appearance, Habba-Daly did. As Reyna gets the sign from Lexus Erickson, and time's going to be called, as Daly will now reset and get back into the batter's box. On deck, Sammy Johnson with Finley Quick in the hole. Pitch. That one just outside. Once again, for ball number 1, it's teetering on the zone a couple of times these past couple innings for Ari Reyna. 1-0 the count now to the first baseman. As Raina will step back into the pitcher's circle and deliver her 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for Daly. Strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. Even though the Bulldogs have a 5-0 lead, it's been a very competitive game so far outside of that first couple of pitches from Emma Flom. The 1-1 from Raina. Upstairs, ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now. This is where things have gotten a little tough for the Bulldogs in the middle to later part of the game. They have done a great job this season at starting off hot, but have a couple of times this season given up too many opportunities in the middle part of the innings to their opponents. At off speed, just too far above the letters for ball 3. It's 3-1 the count now to Ryan Haba-Daly. If she walks, the bases will be loaded for Lincoln Standing Bear. 3-1 the count now. The pitch grounded hard down the first base side as time is going to be called as it bounces off the leg of the first base coach, Kyle Daly. So it's 3-2 the count now to Ryan Haba-Daly. Raina looking for her third strikeout today and the second out of this inning. The 3-2. In there, strike 3. My good heavens, that one looked a bit outside, but getting the strike call that time, Ari Raina, and just like that, there are 2 down here in this inning for North Platte High School's defense with, again, runners in scoring position. Sammy Johnson singled into left field in front of Casey Jo Munson last time out, as Raina would love to find the final out of this inning and keep the score 5-0. Rocketed into center field, and it is off of the wall. It is actually over the wall, and that is a home run for Sammy Johnson. And just like that, the Bulldogs' lead crumbles down to just 2 as Sammy Johnson hits a 3-run home run. And now the Bulldogs' lead is just 2. 5-3. So as I said, this game's been mighty competitive outside of that first couple of pitches in the first inning. And now up to bat, Finley Quick. She struck out swinging in her first plate appearance for Lincoln Standing Bear. Raina giving up a home run. I talked about the middle part of the innings has been a tough one for the Bulldogs, and yet again rearing its ugly head right there. And now, just like that, it's 5-3 in favor of the Bulldogs now. That 5-0 lead evaporated just like that as Quick will foul it down the right field side for strike number 1. So the Bulldogs now only with a 2-run lead, 5-3. As Raina now gets the sign from Lexus Erickson. Gets set in the circle and fires. That one's tight inside and low below the knees. For ball number 1, 1-1 the count now to Finley Quick. Jada Welton on deck with Lily Hansmeyer in the hole. It's now 43 pitches on the day for Ari Raina. The 1-1. Make that 2-1 the count now. As 2-1 now, the freshman Raina trying to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs for the Bulldogs. 2-1 the count now to Quick. Swing and a miss by Finley Quick for strike number 2. It's 2-2 the count now. Still a 5-3 lead on the wicket fast scoreboard. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the side of North Platte High School. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Lincoln Standing Bear. As a 2-2 count to the center fielder Finley Quick. That one slowly grounded over to Casey Joe Munson. Throw to first in time, and that's how this inning does come to an end. Not before 3 runs come across for Lincoln Standing Bear. When we come back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex, top of the 4th, FM 98.1 and 1410 of video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
If you'd like to start feeling better today, physical therapy can get your health back on track. This is Dr. Chris Kroll at Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, and our mission is to serve you by equipping you with the power to reclaim your health. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, acute injury, or following surgery, we take great pride in helping you return to the activities you love. Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, balancing bodies, restoring life. Most insurance is accepted and no facility fees.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Sports Complex. Bulldogs leading 5-2-3 here in this top of the 4th inning. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group. His location, 621 South Dewey. Sweet B as Annalise Meitzen's first pitch into Jaylee Comer is sky high for ball number 1. Comer 1 for 2 today with a fly out and a successful bunt. That successful bunt in her second at-bat later had her come around for a score. Thank you again to our Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game. Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota has Toyota-trained technicians on hand, so you know you're always getting the very best in service and repairs. Schedule your service and factory maintenance today and keep your car running strong. As well as another round bar and grill / the Rivers Edge Golf Course. Rivers Edge Golf Course featuring modern amenities, a beautifully maintained course, lush greens, and breathtaking views of the North Platte River. Rivers Edge Golf Course delivers one of the best golfing experiences in west central Nebraska. 2-0 the count now to Jaylee Comer from Annalise Meitzen. Make that 3-0 with another pitch that's upstairs. 3-0 in this top of the 4th inning. Jaylee Comer staring down the barrel of a walk to lead off this inning with J.C. Lear on deck and Katie Titus in the hole. The 3-0 pitch, that's just inside ball 4. As trying desperately there, Lily Hansmeyer trying to pitch frame it into the zone, couldn't get the call. And with that, on over to first goes Jaylee Comer with the walk to lead off this top of the 4th inning. There was some action in the bullpen for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear with Sienna Herstad. I believe she is still warming up for Lincoln Standing Bear. The speedy Comer at first with J.C. Lear up on deck to bat. She singled in her first plate appearance and then grounded out in her second as that pitch from Meitzen is outside for ball number 1. Again, Meitzen losing a little bit of that control that we saw so prominently well put together in the 2nd and 3rd inning. Now she'll get the sign in from the dugout. 1-0 the count now to Lear. Again, 5-3 lead for North Platte High School. Lear looks to lay the bunt down. Pulls back as that pitch is away for ball number 2. It's 2-0 the count now to J.C. Lear. Again, Bulldogs gave up a home run last inning, and that gives Lincoln Standing Bear a chance to get back in this game, but keep this game rolling alive as it's 5-3 now on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Comer at first base threatening to score for North Platte High School. Here comes the 2-0 pitch as Lear lays down a good bunt, picked up, and the throw on over to first. Will, I think to say it's in time or not in time. They will say that it is not in time, as making it on over to first. J.C. Lear with the bunt. Jaylee Comer rockets her way on over to third base. And just like that, there are runners now at the corners for the ever-dangerous Katie Titus. She hit a home run into left field in her first plate appearance. That gave the Bulldogs 3 runs. She then singled into left in her second. So Annalise Meitzen looking to find a way to not allow any more runs to come across for the Bulldogs offense. First pitch from Meitzen outside for ball number 1 to the third baseman Titus. On deck, Ari Reyna with Tiffany Townsend in the hole for North Platte High. 1-0. Count now to Titus. Lear at first, Comer at third. As Metzen will step into the circle and deliver. Bunt pulled back on over goes J.C. Lear to second. So even though Katie Titus takes a strike down the zone, J.C. Lear successfully steals second base. So with nobody out, 2 runners in scoring position for the Bulldogs with J.C. Lear at second and Jaylee Comer on over at third base. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Titus lays down a bunt. Gloved up by Annalise Meitzen. The throw on over to third will not be in time. So a bunt attempt by the Bulldogs not successful. Not a huge fan of that play, knowing the power that Katie Titus brings to the plate. So 1 out now in this top of the 4th inning. To now bring up to bat Ari Reyna. She walked in her last plate appearance. Singled the left field in her first. Again, with 1 out, has 2 runners at second and third base for North Platte High School. As Meitzen delivers. That's outside and low on the right corner for ball number 1 to Ari Reyna. Tiffany Townsend on deck with Lexus Erickson in the hole for North Platte High School. As Hansmeyer had kind of a quick little chat with the home plate umpire. 1-0 the count now to Reyna as Meitzen gets back into the pitcher's circle. 2 runners at second and third, Lear and Comer. Turned on, and that's going to get over to the shortstop. Can't be gloved up. Throw on over to first will be in time to get Ari Reyna, but Jaylee Comer does come home. And with that, another Bulldog run. It's now 6-3 in favor of North Platte High School. Following that sacrifice ground out from Ari Reyna. This time's going to be called. And now we're all set to go once again. Quick time, but now we're good to go as Tiffany Townsend comes up for the 3rd time today. Walked in her first plate appearance. Line drive out to Jada Welton at second to end the top of the 2nd inning when her last appearance came. Now would love to bring J.C. Lear home, who's at third base. Meitzen's pitch in to Townsend. Turned on it. It's going to the gap in center right field. It falls down for a hit. And with that, down and home comes J.C. Lear as Tiffany Townsend gets an RBI single, and it's now 7-3 in favor of North Platte High School. Good first hit on the first pitch that Tiffany Townsend sees here in this inning, and she's over to first base with Lexus Erickson now up to bat. 0 for 2 today for the catcher Erickson, has Tiffany Townsend at first base. On deck, Lauren Bowers with Malia Harmon in the hole. Meitzen's pitching to Erickson. Swung on, popped up, but it's going to fall onto the grandstands for strike number 1 to Lexus Erickson from Annalise Meitzen. Meitzen looking to get out of this inning, only giving up the 2 runs. So that potentially next inning she can be relieved by Sienna Herstand, who I think is still warming up or is done warming up. Yep, she is done warming up. She makes her way back to the dugout to the Lincoln Standing Bears side. 0-1 the count now to Lexus Erickson. Townsend at first. Ooh, that pitch way in the dirt. There for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to the catcher Erickson. Townsend on over at first. Could steal if the ball gets away from Lily Hansmeyer. 7-3 the lead on the wicket fast scoreboard. 2 outs here in this top of the 4th inning. Meidson's pitch into Erickson. That one going to be once again low, and now Tiffany Townsend is caught in the pickle. Throw on over to second. Townsend throw to first now, as Townsend still caught in some trouble, as that one's going to be tagged out by Meidson, and Tiffany Townsend with some sloppy base running, and the Bulldogs will unfortunately get tagged out, and their inning will come to an end. And with that, we'll make our way now to the bottom of the 4th inning. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, a video live streaming, NordPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Ask me, Shelter Agent Brent Rogo, how to protect what you have waited for. Find me at 405 East C Street in North Platte.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to Bill Smith Softball Complex. Bulldogs leading now 7-3 over Lincoln Standing Bear. That is now 7 runs on 8 hits, no errors for North Platte High School. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear, as Jada Welton now comes up for the second time today. She singled in her first plate appearance against Ari Reyna, as Reyna still on the mound. Thank you to our sponsors here for today's game, Justin Thompson Family Agency. With the ever-changing industry standards, they pride themselves on top-notch customer service. No matter what type of insurance you are looking for, farm, ranch, auto, home, life, or business, they have the answer for your insurance needs. Check them out and their offices in North Platte, Ogallala, Broken Bow, and Ord. As well as Dr. Chris Kroll at Kroll Clinic, located at the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte and McCook. Ari Reyna throws a pitch into Welton for ball number 1, and then a line drive right back to Lena. She gloves it for out number 1. What great reflexes from Ari Reyna. And just like that, there is 1 out here. This bottom of the 4th inning for North Platte High School and their defense. Now up comes Lily Hansmeyer. She grounded out to Ari Reyna in her first plate appearance today, as Reyna will get the sign from Alexis Erickson, again behind home plate for the Bulldogs. 7-3 lead on the wicket fast scoreboard. Ooh, that pitch way in the dirt for ball number 1. Don't know if Bulldogs are warming up any pitchers so far. Lauren Bauer, I think, is going to be the relief pitcher in today's game if it comes to that point. Saw her getting some warm-up pitches to start this game, of course, as they were getting prepared and waiting for McCook and Lincoln Standing Bear to finish their first game. So it's a 1-0 count to Hansmeister, and now that one's going to get into right field for a base hit from Lily Hansmeyer, as it skirts right past Lauren Bowers, and there's the now 5th hit today for Standing Bear. As now with a runner at first base for Standing Bear, Hansmeyer, it's Annalise Meitson. She flew out to Lauren Bowers in her first plate appearance, following Meitson, Hadley Froschel, and then Harper Svensson. So 8, 9, and top of the order are due up here for Lincoln Standing Bear. As time is called and Meitson steps back into the batter's box. Reyna into the pitching circle. Here comes her first pitch in. That's high, throw on over to second, is in time, it is in time, as down goes Hansmeyer. Great throw from Lexus Erickson to throw out Lily Hansmeyer on over at second base, and there's 2 down now in this bottom of the 4th inning. As now it's looks like a 1-1 count into Annalise Meitzen as time is called, and Meitzen will step out of the batter's box and now look to step back in. 2 down here in this bottom of the 4th inning as Reina's pitch. That's low once more, below the knees for what I believe is ball number 2, so it should be 2-1 the count now. Waiting for official confirmation from the home plate official. It might be even 3-0 the count now, so I'll still stick with 2-1 for my better judgment against Annalisa Meitzen as Reina now with her 53rd pitch. Swung on and foul down the third base side to still keep it at 2-2, or to push it to 2-2, my correction. 2-2 with 2 down here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Bulldogs now lead 7-3. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Lincoln Standing Bear on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. As Meitzen gets ready, back into the batter's box. Reina into the pitching circle. The 2-2. Oh, and that one's going to sneak way too tight inside, almost hitting the shins of Annalise Meitzen. It's 3-1 the count now to Meitzen. As Reina, just like Annalise Meitzen had a couple of innings ago, struggling with some control now as she gets higher and higher into the pitch counts. 3-1 with 2 outs here. Reina with a 3-1 count delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. It's 3-2 the count now to the pitcher Annalise Meitzen. As the Bulldogs look to get out of this inning quickly. 2 down here in this bottom of the 4th. Reina waiting for the sign, and here we go. Ari Reina with the 3-2 pitch to Meitzen. Swing and a miss. Down goes Annalise Meitzen swinging. And just like that, this bottom of the 4th comes to an end. The Bulldogs with a quick one here. We'll go now to the top of the 5th inning when we come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Are foot and ankle problems slowing you down? At Great Plains Foot and Ankle, they specialize in treating turf toe, sprains, fractures, Achilles tendon injuries, and sports injuries to your foot or ankle. Their expert team provides personalized care and top-notch orthotics to get you back on your feet. Don't let pain hold you back. Visit Great Plains Foot and Ankle and step into comfort. Call them today at 308-532-3600 or visit gpfootandankle.com. Great Plains Foot and Ankle, your step towards better health.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex. North Platte High School leading 7-3 against Lincoln Standing Bears. 7 runs on 8 hits. No errors for the Bulldogs. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Lincoln Standing Bears. We're now in the top of the 5th inning. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as our other sponsors here for today's game. One, Zeller Motors, as that's fouled off by Lexus Erickson for strike number 1. With over 40 years of combined sales experience, Nate and Joe know how to get you behind the wheel of your dream car. As well, when it comes to financing, Amanda brings over 20 years of banking expertise to make your deal smooth and stress-free. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience the difference at Zeller Motor Company? as well as bad apple repair. From cracked screens to busted speakers and even those stubborn charging ports, they got you covered. Fast, friendly, and reliable Bad Apple Repair. Don't wait. Swing by Zeller Motors today and get your Apple back in the game. So it is an 0-2 count now to Lexus Erickson. She fouls another pitch off from Annalise Meitzen. As Meitzen gets ready, the 0-2 pitch. That's below the ankles for ball number 1 to Erickson. Lauren Bowers on deck with Malia Harmon in the hole. As once again, here comes the 1-2 count from Meitzen. Swung and turned on by Erickson. It's going to right field, and it's out of the glove of Olivia Parra. Erickson turning on over to second, and Lexus Erickson with a stand-up double for North Platte High School as that one gets out of play. And with that, Erickson leads the top of the 5th inning off for the Bulldogs with a double. And now a runner's in scoring position for North Platte High School to now bring up to bat Lauren Bowers. She line drived out to Annalise Meitzen in her first plate appearance, then walked in her second as we have a courtesy runner coming on for North Platte High School. Abby Stifler will be courtesy running for Lexus Erickson, as Lauren Bowers will now come up to bat with a runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs at second. Again, it's a 7-3 lead on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Have you downloaded the MyPhillips 66 app yet? If not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. Wicked Fast is the most advanced and easiest to use pumps in North Platte. Stop in, fill up, and say hello to the friendly staff and grab a snack as well at Wicked Fast, across from the Do It Center in North Platte. And remember to sign up today for the MyPhillips 66 app and start saving. First pitch in from Annalise Meitzen to Lauren Bowers is outside for ball number 1. 1-0 the count now. Abby Stifler at second base for North Platte, leading 7-3 on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. The pitch. Bowers lays down a nice bunt. It just absolutely dies in the dirt, but the throw gets in time to first base. I mean, that was a perfectly placed bunt because the ball stopped moving. It literally just died right in the dirt, right in front of the catcher, Hansmeyer. But Bowers gets thrown out at first, though that does advance the runner. Abby Stifler from third base now from second to third. As now here comes Malia Harmon. Singled in her first plate appearance against Meitzen, and then walked in her second, has Abby Stifler at third base threatening to score. As another bunt comes down, this time from Harmon. Throw on over to first will be in time for the second out, and one. Abby Stifler will successfully score from third, so another run comes home for North Platte High School. And this lead increases 8-3 with 2 down now in this top of the 5th for Casey Jo Munson. Singled in her first plate appearance, got on successfully with a bunt in her second, then flew out to Olivia Parra in her third. Following Munson, Jaylee Comer, then J.C. Lear. It's 1, 2, and 3 in the order for the Bulldogs. Swung on by Munson and foul back behind me for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now with 2 down. Bulldogs have increased their lead now 8-3. 8 runs on 9 hits now. No errors for the Bulldogs. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. We're quickly approaching the same score from earlier as Lincoln Standing Bear fell to McCook 10-3. It's currently 8-3 in favor of North Platte High School. Meitzen's next pitch into Munson. That one's way in the dirt for ball number 1. 1-1 the count now to the shortstop, Casey Jo Munson. As the Bulldogs lead 8-3 over Lincoln Standing Bear. 2-5 Bulldogs, 2-5 Lincoln Standing Bear. Next pitch. Tight inside, around the ankles for ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now to Casey Jo Munson. With 2 outs, a walk, and to bring up Jaylee Comer in the scary part of the Bulldogs order would be quite nice to keep this inning alive for North Platte. The 2-1 pitch turned on by Munson, but foul back to the Bulldogs dugout for strike number 2. 2-2 the count now. So Casey Jo Munson with her last strikeout potentially in this inning. Look to get the pitch in from Annalise Meitzen with the 2-2. Turned on over to short. Good glove by Svensson. Throw to first in time, and that's how this inning comes to an end. Not before another run comes across for North Platte High School. They lead 8-2 when we come back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
This fall, harvest big savings at Bill Summers in North Platte. Reap the rewards. Fall into incredible deals on a great inventory of new and especially pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're hunting for a budget-friendly ride or your dream car, Bill Summers has you covered. Don't wait. Call or visit Bill Summers in North Platte today or browse their unbeatable selection online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Your perfect car is just a click. Call or visit away.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
Visit Jay Engel in North Platte at www.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. It is an 8-3 lead for the Bulldogs here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 8 runs on 9 hits, no errors for North Platte. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for Lincoln Standing Bear. As Ari Reyna still on the mound for the Bulldogs, 55 total pitches, 35 strikes to 28 balls. So let's get into our Sports Zone sponsors here for today's game. Thank you to The Gathering Spot, a home for all gatherings. A place with baby showers, wedding showers, birthdays, anniversaries, family reunions, graduation, and so much more. They offer chairs, tables, and decorations and have a number of different packages ranging from a few hours to the entire weekend. As well as Rooster Roll-Offs. Got a mess that's out of control? Say goodbye to clutter and hello to convenience with Rooster Roll-Offs. Whether it's a big project or just cleaning out the garage, Rooster Roll-Offs makes cleanups a breeze. Serving North Platte and the surrounding areas, give them a call, 308-660-5424. Another hit will come across for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Their 6th today, as leading it off, Hadley Froschel singles it up the middle. And now Harper Svensson comes up to bat. She singled in her second plate appearance against Reyna. Flew out to Jaylee Comer in her first, has a runner, Hadley Froschel, at first base for Lincoln Standing Bear. That pitch for Reyna will get past Lexus Erickson and an easy advance on over to second with Hadley Froschel on the passed up ball. And now there's a runner in scoring position for Lincoln Standing Bear. 57 pitches. Now the question will become, as we're getting closer to the end of this game, when will we see bullpen changes? Again, Sienna Herstad was warming up for Lincoln Standing Bear a couple innings ago. North Platte High School normally around the 6th inning throws a relief pitcher in. I saw it against Kozan a week ago as that one rocketed into center field again as Comer can't get there to glove it. And now on over to third with runners at the corners goes Lincoln Standing Bear. And once again, they have runners in scoring position. Runners at first and third with nobody out for Olivia Parra. She's flown out twice to Malia Harmon, and now time will be called as we'll have a mound conversation for Ari Reyna. She's reaching now 58 total pitches, 35 strikes to 23 balls. A much tougher second part of this game for Reyna on the mound. Started off really hot where she was just lasering them in left, right, and center, but as the game has gone on, the control has slightly slipped away from her, and to this point right now where she's given up back-to-back hits and has Lincoln Standing Bear in scoring position with runners at the corners, Svensson at first, Froschel at third. As Mount Visit will come to an end, and the Bulldogs will reset up Olivia Parra up to bat. She's, again, flew out to Malia Harmon twice today at first base. As Froschel's on over at third and Svensson on over at first for Lincoln Standing Bear. Back-to-back singles into center field from Standing Bear. Puts them in position to score. As Parra lays a bunt down, but it's fouled off for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. Again, with the runners at the corners, the squeeze bunts can now be applied for Lincoln Standing Bear to freely advance the runner at third. As Erickson will get the sign in from the dugout. And she'll relay that on over to Ari Reyna. Reyna back into the pitching circle. Infield playing for the bunt. Here comes the 0-1. Way upstairs. There's ball number 1. 1-1 the count now. As some great defense from the Bulldogs. As there will, unfortunately, though, trying to negate the run on over to third allows Harper Svensson to steal the second as they attempted to do what Coach Ricky Holm likes to do a lot, put a lot of the runners halfway into the base path on their way to their next base to force the catcher to make a decision. Erickson threw it to second and then threw it back on over to third, which then allowed Svensson on that throw on over to third to advance to second as the next pitch into Parra is down low for ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now to Olivia Parra with nobody out here in this bottom of the 5th inning. As Reyna steps back into the circle, here comes her 2-1 pitch. Slowly grounded on over to Casey Jo Munson. Strong throw to first will be in time, and 1 run will come across for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear as Parra grounds out. Good strong throw from Casey Jo Munson. And now a runner on over at third base, but 1 out here in this bottom of the 5th. It's now 8-4. Whoopsie, that's the wrong thing. It's 8-4 now here in the Wicked Fast scoreboard. As up now comes Ryan Hava Daly. She struck out twice, swinging on the first one and looking in the second. Swings and misses for strike number 1 as Reyna puts a beautiful one into the zone. On over at third base, Harper Svensson threatening to score for Lincoln Standing Bear. Only a 4-run lead for North Platte High School now in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Ari Reyna now will step back into the circle and deliver her 0-1. Make it 1-1 as that off-speed falls into the dirt. 1-1 with 1 out here. Harper Svensson on over at first base as Hadley Floschel makes her way home last inning. Here comes the 1-1 from Reyna. That one too tight to the inside part of the plate for ball 2. 2-1 the count now. As Reyna trying to keep Lincoln Standing Bear from getting any more runs to come across. He'll step back into the pitcher's circle. 2-1 the count now as she steps and fires. That one just on the upper right corner in the zone for strike number 2. It's 2-2 the count now, so Ryan Habit Daly trying to avoid 3 straight strikeouts against her name today. As Reyna now gets the sign from Alexis Erickson, and here comes her 2-2. That's outside ball 3. It's 3-2 now. 3-2 the count now with 1 out in this bottom of the 5th inning. A 8-4 lead for North Platte High School. Reyna into the circle. Here comes the 3-2. Fouled back for a 3-2 count yet again to come across. On deck, Sammy Johnson. She hit a home run in her last plate appearance that got 3 runs to come across for Lincoln Standing Bear. Then Finley Quick in the hole. for Standing Bear. 3-2. Ari Reyna delivers. Once more fouled back to the fence, so we'll stay at 3-2. 69 total pitches for Ari Reyna, 41 strikes, 28 balls. As Reyna once again will put some powder on her hand and now get the sign from Lexus Erickson. 3-2 the count now. She steps into the pitching circle. The pitch from Reyna. Oh, and it bounces off of the elbow of Ryan Haba Daly, and just like that, over to first goes Daly. And now once again, runners are at the corners for Lincoln Standing Bear. Svensson at third, Daly at first, as time will now be called, and I think we're going to have a pitching change. Actually, they're going to intentionally walk Sammy Johnson to load the bases. So the bases are now loaded for Finley Quick with one out here in this bottom of the fifth inning. A very, very bold decision from Coach Greeno to load the bases here, but a good opportunity. Finley Quick today 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in her first plate appearance, grounded out to Casey Jo Munson in her second. First pitch into Quick. It's just outside for ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now. 1-0 with one out. A walk would bring a run home for Lincoln Standing Bear. As Reyna gets the sign from Lexus Erickson, and here comes the 1-0 pitch. Hard hit, fouled to the fence for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. One and one now to Ari Reyna into Finley Quick. The pitch to Quick. Way upstairs, ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now. Reyna up to 73 pitches in today's ball game. This bottom of the fifth inning. As here comes Ari Reyna yet again with a 2-1 pitch to Quick. That one just below the knees for ball 3. It's 3-1 the count now to Quick. On deck, Jada Welton and Lily Hansmeyer in the hole. As Ari Reyna in a tough spot with the bases loaded, steps into the circle against Finley Quick. The 3-1. That one, hard hit grounder to Lauren Bowers. It bounces off of her foot into right field. 1 run will score and 2 will come across for Lincoln Standing Bear. And just like that, this lead gets cut into, it was 4, it's now just 2. Following the hit from Finley Quick, it bounces off of Lauren Bowers' foot. And now Sammy Johnson's at second, Finley Quick at first, and now it is a 8-6 lead for Lincoln Standing Bear with still 1 out in this bottom of the fifth inning. 75 pitches for Reyna, 43 strikes, 32 balls, as yet again the control's starting to waver just a little bit for the young Reyna. As up now comes Jada Welton. Line drive down to the last plate appearance. Will rocket one into left field for a base hit. The throw will be coming home from Katie Tides. Actually, she won't. And now Finley Quick is caught in the pickle. The throw and Quick gets tagged out for the second out, but another run comes across for Lincoln Standing Bear. And just like that, the Bulldogs only lead by 1. After a 5-run lead for North Platte High School in this game, they now only lead by 1 as the runs keep pouring in for Standing Bear. As on over at second now comes Jada Woolton. As Quick gets caught out in the pickle. And now brings up to bat Lily Hansmeyer as she swings and misses for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now to Hansmeyer. 1-2 today, 1 for 2 today for Hansmeyer. She grounded out in her first plate appearance, then singled in her last. Again, only a 1-run lead for North Platte High School now, 8-7. Foul back by Hansmeyer. It's now 0-2 with 2 down to this bottom of the 5th. Jada Welton on over at second base for Lincoln Standing Bear. As Ari Reyna gets the sign from Lexus Erickson and now will deliver her 0-2 pitch. And the Lily Hansmeyer swing and a miss, a drop third strike. The throw on over to first will be in time. And that's how this inning will come to an end, but not before big runs come across for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. And with that, the Bulldogs only have a 1-run lead when we go to the bottom of the 6th inning right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Cracked windshield, foggy windows, need custom glass work? Look no further than Larry's Glass in North Platte. For over 40 years, Larry's has been your go-to spot for all things glass. From auto to residential to commercial. If it's glass, Larry's Glass has it covered. Fast, reliable, and done right the first time. Trust the experts at Larry's Glass to keep you safe and looking sharp. Call Larry's Glass today, 308-532-7675, or stop by 211 West 5th. Larry's Glass, where quality is clear as glass.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM, KWOQ AM, North Platte. Merrick's Ranch House is a proud supporter to bring you this game. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout. Merrick's Ranch House.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here, top of the 6th inning. Bulldogs currently at the moment only leading just by 1 run against Lincoln Standing Bear. 8 runs on 9 hits, no errors for the side of North Platte High School. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Of course, our Wicked Fast scoreboard there is our sponsor. Have you downloaded the MyPhillips 66 app yet? If not, you're missing out on so much savings with Wicked Fast. Stop in, fill up, and say hello to their friendly staff, and grab a snack at Wicked Fast. Jaylee Comer up to bat here for North Platte High School against one Annalise Meitzen. She's up to 80 pitches. Annalise Meitzen is. Comer today 1 for 2. Flew out in her first plate appearance. Got on with a bunt in her second, then walked in her third. We'll see a pitch from Meitzen that's down low for ball number 1. Again, a tale of 2 separate, well, not even separate innings, but a tale of 2 halves essentially here in this ball game for the Bulldogs. Started off really hot in the first 4 innings, but after the first 4 innings, things have fallen apart at the seams. Had a 5-0 lead, and then it was dwindled away by a 3-run home run from Sammy Johnson. And then after that point, the lead has just continued to dwindle as it's now only a 1-run lead for North Platte High School. Meitzen's pitch into Comer. That's down low. Ball 3 is Annalise Meitzen now at a 3-0 count to the speedy Comer. As J.C. Lear is on deck with Katie Titus in the hole for North Platte High School. 3-0. Nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. Meitzen's next pitch. High upstairs, ball 4, as Comer will take a stroll on over to first base, and just like that, J.C. Lear now comes up to bat for the Bulldogs here with an opportunity to not only advance Jaylee Comer, but also get herself aboard. Wouldn't be shocked if we see a bunt. She's 2 for 3 today, Comer is. Singled in her first plate appearance to left field, grounded out in her second to Sammy Johnson, then got on successfully with a bunt in her third. Has Comer at first. Infield playing for a bunt as Lear swings and misses for strike number 1 against Annalise Meitzen. Meitzen, 85 pitches, 45 strikes, 40 balls here in this game for Lincoln Standing Bear. Again, either side trying to get out of this slump that they're in right now, both at 2-5 on the season. 0-1 now. 1-1 is a great steal from Jaylee Comer. Got a good jump, and with that, Comer's on over to second with a steal. No need for a bunt on that attempt as Jaylee Comer now at second with nobody out. Runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs at second base. 1-1 the count now to J.C. Lear. Katie Titus on deck with Ari Reyna in the hole for North Platte High School. Meitzen into the pitching circle she goes. The 1-1 count to Lear. As that's upstairs for ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now. As now we'll have an infield discussion with Annalise Meitzen again warming up in the bullpen a couple innings ago, Sienna Herstad. But so far it's been Meitzen the rest of the way, even after Herstad was done warming up. So Bulldogs trying to find that early couple innings spark of offense that got them to this point. Because if they're able to get a couple more insurance runs, that'll at least put some or relieve some of the pressure that's on this young Bulldog pitching staff. Again, a lot of all-new pitchers this season for North Platte as the 2-1 into Lear. Lays a bunt down beautifully along the third base side. Meitzen's throw to first won't even be in time. And there's J.C. Lear's third hit today. Another successful bunt. This time found its way along the third base side. And just like that, there are runners at the corners. And up comes Katie Titus today. She's 2 for 3. Homered in her first plate appearance against Emma Flom. Singled in her second past Harper Svensson, and then flew out in her third to Annalise Meitzen. So Lear at first, Comer at third for the Bulldogs. First pitch into Katie Titus. She looks to lay the bunt down. She'll pull back. Lear will take off on over to second as J.C. Lear will successfully steal second base for North Platte High School as the throw from the catcher Lily Hansmeyer went on over to third base to maybe pick off Jaylee Comer, which was no good. 0-1 the count now to Katie Titus as Meitzen will wait from the sign in the bullpen and get it. 0-1 now. Meitzen into her motion. She delivers. Popped up and foul back behind me from Katie Titus. It's 0-2 the count now. Again, runners at second and third for North Platte High School. Lear at second. Comer at third. Bulldogs lead just by 1 run, 8-7. 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Standing Bear on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 0-2 now to the third baseman, Katie Titus. Here comes Meitzen's pitch in. Turned on and once again fouled behind me, so still keep this at bat at 0-2. On deck, Ari Reyna with Tiffany Townsend in the hole for North Platte High School. An 8-7 lead on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. Bulldogs trying to hold on to this advantage against the surging Standing Bear offense. Pitch. Whoa, that one's way into the fence line, and Jaylee Comer will successfully come home on the wild pitch from Annalise Meitzen. And now the Bulldogs will get a 2-run cushion, but also move J.C. Lear on over to third base. It's now 9-7 the lead for the Bulldogs. Lear at third base. A 1-2 count to Katie Titus. And she is 2 for 3 today, so she's having a fantastic game for the Bulldogs. Would love to continue that here with a big hit to bring Lear home. Meitzen's 1-2 pitch into Titus. That one rocketed into left field for a base hit. J.C. Lear will score, and Katie Titus making her way over to second, following the fumble in the center field by Finley Quick. as well as Hadley Froschel. And just like that, Katie Titus with a double. And the Bulldogs collect their 11th hit and another run. It's now 10-7 with Titus on over at second base. Another run comes across for the Bulldogs. 10-7. Man, what a game this is turning out to be. As Meitzen's first pitch into Ari Reyna is turned on. That going out to left field. On comes Froschel. She gets there and gloves it for out number one as down goes Reyna, swinging on the first pitch she sees from Annalise Meitzen. Now Tiffany Townsend will appear. She singled into the gap in center right field in her last plate appearance. Has Katie Titus at second. Lexus Erickson is on deck, and Lauren Bowers is in the hole for North Platte High School here in this top of the sixth inning. Meitzen's pitch into Tiffany Townsend. Way upstairs there, ball number one. Townsend here today, 1 for 2, a walk in her first plate appearance. Line drive out to Jada Welton at second, and then singled again to that gap in right center field in her last at-bat. As Katie Titus on over at second, ready and waiting to score for the Bulldogs. The 1-0. Make that 2-0 the count now to Tiffany Townsend. Has some good patience from Townsend not to swing on a pitch that was a little outside. 2-0, a 10-7 lead in favor of North Platte High School. The 2-0 pitch in. That one just barely tapped out of play, foul. So it's 2-1 now to Townsend. And tomorrow, North Platte High football is back home for the first time this season as the Bulldogs take on Lincoln East and the Spartans, both teams 0-1. Our quick stop pregame begins at 6:30 with kickoff at 7 o'clock live on FM 98.1. AM 1410 and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com. Sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center as that one's fouled off by Townsend. It's 2-2 the count now. Jeff Smeltzer will be there with me. What should be a beautiful Friday night or evening in tonight. As here comes the 2-2 from Meitzen to Townsend. That one chopped up and it falls into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles from Tiffany Townsend puts runners once again at the corners for North Platte High School with only one out here in this top of the sixth inning. So after what was a one-run lead for North Platte High School coming into this top of the sixth is now ballooned to a 3-run lead, 10-7. As here comes Lexus Erickson. She's 1 for 2. She doubled in her last plate appearance for the Bulldogs into right field off the glove of Olivia Parra. Following Erickson, Lauren Bowers, then Malia Harmon. Titus at third, Townsend at first. The pitch. There goes Tiffany Townsend. She takes off, and there is no throw from Lily Hansmeyer. As on over to second goes Townsend with the steal. So that gets rid of the double play opportunity for Lincoln Standing Bear. It's 1-0 the count now to the catcher, Erickson. As here comes that 1-0 pitch from Meitzen. Turned on by Erickson. It gets into right field. Here comes one. Katie Titus home. They're going to bring Tiffany Townsend home. And she is safe. And that is a 2-run RBI single from Alexis Erickson. And the Bulldogs continue to grow their lead here in this top of the sixth inning. It's now 12-7, and we are going to have a pitching change for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear as coming in to pitch Rachel Kramer, as out to right field will go Annalise Meitzen. So now the new pitcher in for Lincoln Standing Bear will be Rachel Kramer. Again, entering this inning, the Bulldogs only had a 1-run lead, but now lead 12-7 in this top of the sixth inning. As Getting the warm-up pitches. Now Rachel Kramer. We'll step aside real quick. We come back. We'll have more top of the sixth action right here, FM 98.1 and 1410 video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Get ready for the ultimate fun day out. Start at Brigham's Tap Room with a brand new menu you won't want to miss. Catch all of the action on game day with your favorite teams on our big screens. Pair the excitement with amazing drinks, and you've got the ultimate game day experience at Brigham's Tap Room. And when you're ready for more fun, head over to Wild Bill's Fun Center. Dive into our action-packed arcade, knock down pins in our bowling alley, and gear up for an epic laser tag battle. There's something for everyone at Wild Bill's, where the fun never stops.
Your family depends on you. That's why you work hard to make sure they have everything they need. With life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company, you'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most. Now's the time to plan ahead. Let's talk about protecting your loved one's financial future and finding peace of mind you and your loved ones deserve. For details, contact Justin, 534-2400, or stop by 501 South Dewey Street, just south of Little Caesars Pizza on the corner of E and Dewey.
American Family Insurance. North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here, top of the sixth inning. Bulldogs now with a 12-7 lead over Lincoln Standing Bear here on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 12 runs on 12 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs. 7 runs, 9 hits for Lincoln Standing Bear. As up to pitch for the first time today, Rachel Kramer in relief for Annalise Meitzen as she moves over to right field, as that's going to get past the catcher Lily Hansmeyer, and on over to second goes Lexus Erickson on the passed up ball. It's 1-0 the count now to Bowers. Was up here for the fourth time today. She's 0 for 2. Line drive out to the pitcher in her first plate appearance, walked in her second, then grounded out in her third. Has Lexus Erickson on over at second base, threatening to score once again for North Platte High School as Bowers swings and fouls it off to the Bulldog bullpen for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. As Rachel Kramer appears, Bulldogs exploded in this inning for 4 runs, now lead 12-7 over Lincoln Standing Bear, with still more runs potentially to come. That one skied up by Lauren Bowers, getting up underneath it. Hadley Froschel, she gets there and gloves it for out number 2. As down goes Lauren Bowers on a fly out to left field, and now comes Malia Harmon up to bat for North Platte High School. Harmon so far today, a single up the middle, walked in her second plate appearance, then grounded out to one Annalise Meitzen in her last plate appearance. Now will face Rachel Kramer for the first time this evening. Harmon swings and fouls one off for strike number 1. Still on over at second, Lexus Erickson for North Platte High School. 12-7 lead in this top of the sixth inning. The question will be, who will be pitching next inning for North Platte High? Are we still going to see Ari Reyna, or will we see a new pitcher? The 0-1. Make that now 1-1, as that's way too low in the dirt for Malia Harmon. As here comes the 1-1 from Kramer. Bow, that one turned on in the left field by Malia Harmon. They're bringing Lexus Erickson on home. The throw will not be in time home, and a big, strong, and loud single in the left field from Malia Harmon. And yet again, the Bulldogs continue to push this lead back further ahead. It's 13-7 now, with Casey Jo Munson up to bat. She's 2 for 4 today, singled in her first plate appearance, got on successfully with a bunt in her second, flew out to right field Olivia Parra in her third, then grounded out to shortstop Harper Svensson in her last at-bat, and now has a runner at first base, being Malia Harmon. The first pitch from Rachel Kramer is outside, ball number 1. As the Bulldogs once again powering up in this top of the sixth inning, taking advantage of a tired Annalise Meitzen as that one is turned into left field and falls in for a base hit from Casey Joe Munson. Another single for the Bulldogs off of Rachel Kramer. And just like that, that's the 14th hit today. And we have runners at first and second for Jaylee Comer, who's 1 for 2 today. Back-to-back walks for Comer in her last 2 appearances. Got on successfully with a bunt in her second, but flew out to Finley Quick in her first plate appearance. 2 down here in this top of the 6th inning. Runners at second and first. Munson at first, Harmon at second. First pitch into Comer. It's outside for ball number 1. Very, very tough inning and relief effort so far for Rachel Kramer in her 9 pitches so far. Has already given up a run and 2 hits. 13-7. Bulldogs once again in scoring position at second and first. And the reason I say scoring position, because we know that they could steal at any moment. Skied up, drifting towards third base, getting under it, and gloving it is Sammy Johnson. And that's how this inning comes to an end as Jaylee Comer pops out. And with that, we'll now go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 13-7 lead. We come back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex, FM 98.1. AM 1410 and video live streaming at NorthPlattePost.com. Sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Attention barbecue lovers. Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey is locally owned and operated. They smoke all their own meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. Join them Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturdays till 11 p.m., and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., with breakfast served on Sundays from 8 to 11. And don't miss their chicken fried steak every Friday night and prime rib on Saturdays. Smokin' Double D's, making greatness happen overnight in Hershey.
If you'd like to start feeling better today, physical therapy can get your health back on track. This is Dr. Chris Kroll at Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, and our mission is to serve you by equipping you with the power to reclaim your health. Whether you're dealing with chronic pain, acute injury, or following surgery, we take great pride in helping you return to the activities you love. Kroll Clinic Physical Therapy, balancing bodies, restoring life. Most insurance is accepted and no facility fees.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex. Bulldogs now leading 13-7 right here, FM 98.1. AM 1410 and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com. Sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. Our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group, helping Nebraska families, farmers, and businesses for more than 50 years. See Kevin McGann at 621 South Dewey Street. So Annalise Meinson up to bat. She struck out in her last plate appearance for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear and flew out to Lauren Bowers in her first at-bat. Ari Reyna still on the mound as that one is skied up and gloved by Casey Joe Munson at shortstop for out number 1. As good glove by Munson right there. Just like that. It's already 1 out here in this bottom of the 6th inning. As now up to bat for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear, Hadley Froschel. As that one's rocketed into center field, on comes Jaylee Comer, and she gloves it for out number 2. A quick 2 up, 2 down for the Bulldogs already in this bottom of the 6th inning. As right now, with 2 down, here comes Harper Svensson as that first pitch from Reyna with 2 down is outside for ball number 1. As with an 1-0 count, skied into center field. That one launched all the way back, and it is over the fence for a home run there from Harper Svensson. And just like that, another run will come across, this time for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear, second home run today for Standing Bear, and the second given up by Ari Reyna. And just like that, it's a 13-8 lead for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. As now up to bat here for the side of Standing Bear following the home run from Svensson. Olivia Parra now comes up to bat. It's 13-8, and she'll actually, as now we get things underway here in this bottom of the sixth inning. A 13-8 lead is Rachel Kramer takes over here for one Olivia Parra. It's an 0-1 count into one Rachel Kramer, as Ari Reyna now will come up and throw a nice, beautiful strike against Kramer. Just like that, the Bulldogs and Ari Reyna now with a 0-2 count in the pitcher Kramer, as Reyna will step back into the circle. Get ready to fire. Next pitch, swung on and missed for strike three. Another strikeout for Reyna, and that's how this inning comes to an end. The Bulldogs did give up one run, a home run to Harper Svensson, and now we go to the top of the seventh with a 13-8 lead. We come back here, FM 98.1 and 1410 of video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
Foot and ankle pain holding you back? Great Plains Foot and Ankle is here to help. Whether you're dealing with turf toe, sprains, fractures, Achilles tendon issues, sports injuries to your foot or ankle, or need custom orthotics, their expert team provides the personalized care you need to get back on your feet. Don't let discomfort slow you down. Take the first step towards relief today. Call 308-532-3600 or visit gpfootandankle.com. Great Plains Foot and Ankle, because every step matters.
Your family depends on you. That's why you work hard to make sure they have everything they need. With life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company, you'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most. Now's the time to plan ahead. Let's talk about protecting your loved one's financial future and finding peace of mind you and your loved ones deserve. For details, contact Justin, 534-2400, or stop by 501 South Dewey Street, just south of Little Caesars Pizza on the corner of E and Dewey.
American Family Insurance. North Platte Post Sports.
We'll go back here to one Bill Smith softball complex. Bulldogs leading 13-8 right here on FM 98.1 AM 1410 video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center. That will, of course, be 13 runs on 14 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group at his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As well as Rooster Roll-Offs. Got a mess that's getting out of control? Say goodbye to clutter and say hello to convenience with Rooster Roll-Offs. Where it's a big whether it's a big project or just cleaning out the garage, Rooster Roll-Offs makes cleanups an easy peasy breeze. They are serving the North Platte and surrounding areas. Give them a call, 308-660-5424. As well as Smokin' Double D's at Butch's. Smokin' Double D's at Butch's in Hershey's, locally owned and operated. They smoke all their meats low and slow to bring you award-winning barbecue. As that one is skied up into right field from J.C. Lear, and it is out of here. J.C. Lear with a solo home run. I take my eyes off just for 1 second to get through our sponsors, and J.C. Lear here in the top of the seventh inning. It's the second home run today for North Platte High School, and it is a solo shot into center field. Look at J.C. Lear go, and look at that lead for the Bulldogs continue to grow larger and larger. As up to bat now comes Katie Titus for the Bulldogs as they are continuing to roll along in this top of the seventh inning. North Platte coming back and playing this game with a vengeance after only putting up a handful of runs the last 2 games. Have 14 today, and they're going to intentionally walk Katie Titus as she strolls on over to first base. As now up to bat, Ari Reyna against Rachel Kramer. She throws one right into the dirt. Katie Titus going to run her way over to second and successfully steals second base. Katie Titus with the stolen base for the Bulldogs. It's a 1-0 count to Reyna. As now, here comes another pitch into Reyna. It's going to fall right between the legs there of Lily Hansmeyer. And with that, another runner will move up to third. Katie Titus now on over to third base as Rachel Kramer really having a tough time in terms of finding anything or just consistency as she's come in relief for Annalise Mites, and that one once again going to get away. Here comes Katie Titus home. She is safe. So Katie Titus on wild pitches will come home, and it's now 15-8 in favor of North Platte High School. Katie Titus got intentionally walked, and now she's going to make it all the way home on wild pitches. As next pitch into Ari Reyna is swung on and missed. So it's now 2-1 the count into Reyna. Next pitch from side of Rachel Kramer is foul down the third base side. 2-2 the count now for the side of Ari Reyna. Now the lead for the Bulldogs has ballooned up 15-8. As Rachel Kramer now going to get the sign in and delivers. That one once again fouled down the third base side back to the Bulldog dugout. It's 3-2 the count now to Ari Reyna. As Rachel Kramer trying to stop the bleeding right now for Lincoln Standing Bear. That one is way in the dirt, ball 4, and with that, Ari Reyna moves her way on over to first base. And now we have a courtesy runner coming on. Danica Jedrasajic for the side of North Platte High School. Subbing in for Ari Reyna as it's now 15-8 in favor of North Platte High School. Nobody out in this top of the 7th inning. Kramer's pitch is ripped into left field as Tiffany Townsend is going to drive that one all the way back to the fence. Jedrasajic on over to third, and that is a stand-up double for Tiffany Townsend, finding some good footing in today's game. Now puts the Bulldogs once again in scoring position, as we're going to have yet again another pitcher come on here for Lincoln Standing Bear, as Rachel Kramer doesn't even last the full inning. As we'll have a new pitcher. I'm going to see who that is. That one. Maddie Kolnick will take on over here for Lincoln Standing Bear, as they are trailing the Bulldogs now 15-8 and are once again in some trouble, as the Bulldogs are threatening to score more with runners at third and second. Jedrasajic at third base, And then Tiffany Townsend at second. And this has been a roller coaster game if you've been watching from the very beginning. The Bulldogs got out to a hot 5-0 lead against Lincoln Standing Bear. And then Lincoln Standing Bear answered back with its own 3-run home run. In the bottom of the third inning, the Bulldogs responded back in the top of the fourth with 2 before Lincoln Standing Bear in the bottom of the fifth answered back with 4. And from that point on, the Bulldogs have scored 7 unanswered runs after what was looking like a sketchy part of the game. Towards the 5th and 6th inning, the Bulldogs have really come alive and now lead 15-8 against Lincoln Standing Bear. And we have yet again another pitcher coming on. Maddie Kolinek will take over as that's swung on and missed by Alexis Erickson for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Again, runners at second and third for North Platte High School. Jedra Sajic at third, and then Tiffany Townsend at second. Nobody out here in this top of the 7th inning. As Erickson looks to lay the bunt down. That one's high, and it's there for strike number 2 to Alexis Erickson. Next up deck for the Bulldogs, Lauren Bowers with Malia Harmon. It's 0-2 count now into Alexis Erickson. 15-8 lead for North Platte High School. Here comes the next pitch from Kolinek. That one softly grounded. It's going to get out of the glove of the shortstop. That's not Harper Svensson. That's going to be Lily Hansmeyer as it bounces out of her glove, and with that, Alexis Erickson gets on with another hit, and another run comes home for North Platte High School. So we'll have once again runners at the corners. 16-8. Erickson gets another single, and up comes Lauren Bowers for North Platte High School. Still with nobody out threatening to put more runs across. Now 16-8 in favor of North Platte. That off speed is low in the dirt. Ball number 1. As Erickson's on over at first base, we have Tiffany Townsend at second with Maddie Kolinek up on the mound here for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Ooh, that one's tight inside, almost hitting Lauren Bowers. Actually, correction, that is Abby Stifler who was taking over for Lauren Bowers. Stifler will see ball number 2 as she is pinch hitting for the first time today. Stifler back into the batter's box. Here comes the 2-0. Turned on and fouled down the third base side from Abby Stifler. As next on deck, Malia Harmon for the Bulldogs with the blue bow on her ponytail. As here comes Kolinek's 2-1. Turned on again, foul down the third base side. Now back-to-back fouls from Abby Stifler down that third base side. 2-2 now. It's Kolinek looking for the first out of this inning. Still no outs have been accrued here for Lincoln Standing Bear and the Bulldogs. Top of the 7th inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Stifler. Swing and a miss by Abby Stifler. She'll go down swinging, and there's out number 1 of this top of the 7th inning. As now up to bat comes Malia Harmon. Harmon has 2 runners on yet again for the Bulldogs at the corners. Alexis Erickson at first with Tiffany Townsend at third. Harmon swings on one, picked up by the side of Welton. Throw on over to first is going to be in time, and the touch on at second is the double play. And that's how this inning comes to an end for Lincoln Standing Bear on a double play. But the Bulldogs once again got some more runs to come across, 6 to be exact. We're going to the bottom of the 7th, a 16-8 lead right here on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com, sponsored by Wild Bill's Fun Center.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
North Platte Post Sports.
Going back here to the bottom of the 7th inning. North Platte High School leading 16-7 over the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Our Having Breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. You can check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As up to bat now here for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear, Ryan Haba-Daly get an 8-run lead for North Platte High here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Ari Reyna still on the mound. We'll see a ball pitched outside for ball number 1. Looking to go a complete game. 80 total pitches so far for Reyna. Again, 16-8 the lead for North Platte High. As Reyna will get the side from Erickson and now step into the circle. And delivered in to Daly. That one chopped out of the glove of Ari Reyna. Throw to first is in time. Great throw from Ari Reyna after she juggled the ball for half a second as it came back to her. She's able to complete the throw over to first, and there's one out here in this bottom of the 7th inning. As now here comes Sammy Johnson for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. Hit a home run couple innings ago that gave again the Lincoln Standing Bear offense a 1-run deficit, but from that point onwards, more runs have come across. A big slam into center, but it's gloved up by Jaylee Comer, and there's 2 down here for this Bulldog defense. They are really getting it done in these last 2 innings. Looking for a quick 3 up, 3 down as Finley Quick now comes up to bat. Bulldogs in the last 2 innings so far 5 up, 5 down. Looking to make it 6 up, 6 down right here. As Reyna gets the sign from Erickson and delivers. Swing and a miss by Finley Quick for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. What an end to this game it's been for the Bulldogs. After a topsy-turvy middle part of the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, the Bulldogs have exploded to now an 8-run lead thanks to 9 runs in the last 2 innings. Swing and a miss for Quick. Strike number 2. As an 0-2 count to the center fielder, Finley Quick. The Bulldogs are 1 strike away from ending their 3-game losing streak. And a complete game from Ari Reyna. She steps into the circle and delivers. That off-speed dips too low for ball number 1. It's 1-2 the count now. As Reyna now waits again for the next pitch. 1-2 with 2 down. Reyna with the pitch. That one's going to be swung on, and they're going to say it's alive as it gets away from the catcher, Lexus Erickson, and this inning still stays alive as a drop third strike from Lexus Erickson results in Finley Quick getting on over to first base. And now here comes Jada Welton for Lincoln Standing Bear. Again, there goes the thwartation of the 6 up, 6 down opportunity, but Jada Welton now with 2 down up to bat has a runner, Finley Quick, at first for Lincoln Standing Bear to keep this game alive, trailing by 8, 16-8. That one rocketed in and out of the glove there of Casey Jo Munson. Quick is rounding on over third and coming home. And with that, that is a stand-up double for Jada Welton. And just like that, it's a 16-9 lead now for the side of North Platte High School. With now up to bat being Lily Hansmeyer, as Jada Welton on over at second. Bulldogs still have a comfortable cushion and 2 outs to their name. That one slowly rolled up the middle for a base hit. Welton will stay on over at third, so runners at the corners now for Lincoln Standing Bear. As Annalise Meitzen now comes up to bat. Meitzen is runners at the corners, Jada Welton at third. And then Lily Hansmeyer at first. Still, it is 16-9, so the Bulldogs have 7 runs to give. And 2 outs already in this bottom of the bottom of the 7th. Excuse me. As Meitzen steps into the batter's box. Reyna delivers. Slowly grounded out of the glove there of Katie Titus, so 1 run comes home. So yet again, the rally continues for Lincoln Standing Bear. It's 16-10 now. As here comes Hadley Froschel. Has runners at second and first for the side of Standing Bear. Hansmeyer at second. Meitzen at first as time is called, as Froschel will take a breath and step back into the batter's box. Reyna trying to find that elusive final out of this ball game. As time was called, the home plate umpire got something in his eye. And now gets ready to rock and roll from Ari Reyna. 2 runs have already come across here in this bottom of the 7th for Lincoln Standing Bear. And that pitch good from Reyna into the zone it goes for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. Reyna waits for the sign. She gets the okay from the official. 0-1 now to Froschel as the pitch. Lopped into right field, but it falls foul for strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now to Hadley Froschel as she's looking to keep this game alive for Lincoln Standing Bear. (16-10) lead. 0-2 the count with 2 down on the wicket fast scoreboard as Reyna steps into the pitching circle for what could be the final strike. Here it comes. That one skied into center field. It falls just in front of Jaylee Comer for a base hit. Another run will come home for Lincoln Standing Bear. 16-11 now as Froschel, an RBI single, now brings back up Harper Svensson. As time will be called, and the infield will go have a talk with the young Ari Reyna, who's given up 3 runs in this bottom of the 7th inning. As there are still 2 outs here in this bottom of the 7th inning after a quick 2 up, 2 down to begin this inning for the Bulldogs. They've now surrendered 3 runs in this inning alone after getting last inning 7 total runs. This lead is shrinking bit by bit as Lincoln Standing Bear is finding some momentum. Harper Svensson now up to bat again. Runners at second and first base. Froschel at first. Meitzen at second. Pitch from Reyna. In there, strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. As here comes the 0-1. That one rocketed into right field. Another base hit. Another run will score here for Standing Bear. Maybe even 2. No, just 1 more. It's 16-12. As now out comes Coach Greeno, and here comes Lauren Bauer to end the day for Ari Reyna. 16-12 after 4 runs now have been given up by Reyna in this bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs now will have a new pitcher, being Lauren Bauer, taking over for North Platte High School. After 7 runs came across in the top of the 7th for the Bulldogs, they have now surrendered 4 more and trail. And there's 2 outs to the name of this Standing Bear offense, so the Bulldogs just need to find the last elusive out. As Lauren Bauer will take over, as Reyna will go to the bench to have her day come to an end, it looks like. So the Bulldogs now only have a 4-run lead. This game just a roller coaster of emotions and just gets crazier and crazier as time goes on. As Lauren Bauer will continue her warm-ups for North Platte High School. She'll be facing off against Olivia Parra for Lincoln Standing Bear. As Coach Greeno has a talk with her defense. Now we'll go talk to an official. As actually, correction, it's Maddie Kulnick will be taking over pinch hitting, as Tiffany Townsend will come on to play, I believe, second base for North Platte High School as Bauer continues her warm-ups. And now the opportunity for the Bulldogs to finish this game after what has been a roller coaster affair where many of times Lincoln Standing Bear has yet to, I don't want to say roll over, but has yet to go quietly into this late night. And the Bulldogs now just have a 4-run lead, 16-12. Still, there are 2 outs here in this bottom of the 7th inning. So the Bulldogs just need 1 pitch to go their way and 1 bad hit. Again, Maddie Kulnick will be taken over, runner on over at first and third for Lincoln Standing Bear. As Svensson on over at first with Kulnick up to bat. Hadley Froschel at third. Tiffany Townsend taking over at second base for North Platte High School. As again, it's a 16-12 lead. As now we get the adjustments all done, and over goes the home plate official to relay it to Lincoln Standing Bear. As we're getting things ready to rock and roll, Lauren Bauer will take over on the mound for North Platte High School. Bauer's seeing her first action on the mound today. Don't know how much warm-ups she got. I believe Abby Stifler took over this inning at second to allow Bowers to get some warm-up pitches. Now be facing off against Maddie Kulnick. Again, 2 down here in this bottom of the 7th. A 4-run lead for North Platte High School. Bowers, his first pitch in. So 1-0 the count. Maddie Kulnick on deck. Ryan Haba Daly and Sammy Johnson in the hole. Bowers now with her 1-0 pitch. Fouled back for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. And the Bulldogs, again, 2 down in this bottom of the 7th, looking for that elusive final out. Lauren Bowers, that's down low for ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now. It is 16-12. The lead for North Platte High School on the Wicked Fast scoreboard. 2-1 the count. Bowers gets the sign from Lexus Erickson. And now delivers said 2-1 pitch. That one rocketed into right field. It falls in for another base hit. Faith Bennett will cut it off. And now runners are at the corners. And now the lead for the Bulldogs. As now up to bat comes Have Ryan Hubbard-Daly now will be up to bat with Sienna Hernstad on over at first. Courtesy running for Maddie Kulnick. Again, it is now 16-13 the lead for North Platte High School. Runners again at the corners. Lauren Bowers pitching, needing one final out. It is still 2 down here in this bottom of the 7th inning. As Bowers steps into it. Skied up into the heavens, getting up underneath it and gloving it for the final out there. Lexus Erickson. It was quite a rocky final inning for the Bulldogs, but they finally are able to close out Lincoln Standing Bear, and they win 16-13 in what was a wild-filled game here from the Bill Smith softball complex. I mean, it was never over. Even when it feels like it's over now, it still feels like it's not over with how these two teams faced each other. But the Bulldogs stopped their 3-game losing streak and now improved to 3-5 on the season, while Lincoln Standing Bear falls to 2-6 on the year. Holy guacamole, Batman. What a game this was. 16 runs on 15 hits, no errors for the Bulldogs. 13 runs, 13 hits for Lincoln Standing Bear. And this game finally comes to an end. Even after all of the close contention, the back and forth, Bulldogs still come up on top. We'll step aside and we'll take a break. When we come back here, Quick Stop post-game show right here at FM 98.1 and 1410 and video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Got a crack? Get it fixed fast at Larry's Glass. From windshields to windows, Larry's Glass in North Platte has been your trusted glass repair and replacement experts for over 40 years. Whether it's your car, home, or business, Larry's Glass gets it done right the first time. They've also got a job for you if you've got the talent. Don't let a little crack become a big problem. Call Larry's Glass at 532-7675 or stop in at 211 East 5th. Fast, friendly, and reliable service you can count on.
Even if it's been years since you graduated, your college team is your team for life. Well, you can have a Farm Bureau agent for life, and auto, and home, and business insurance. Imagine that. One insurance agent for everything. It's that simple. So get a Farm Bureau agent for life.
Visit Jay Engel in North Platte at www.fbfs.com.
Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company.
The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM, KWOQ AM, North Platte. Merrick's Ranch House is a proud supporter to bring you this game. Dine in, order online at merricksnp.com, use DoorDash, or call 532-8200 for carryout. Merrick's Ranch House.
Brad's mind is blown.
Just found out I can add any kind of cheese to my Runza sandwich. Swiss, American, pepper jack.
You're in charge of the cheese.
I'm my own man now.
The big cheese.
Gonna start making my own decisions.
The chief chooser of cheese.
Yes, please.
So much power. Get your next Runza sandwich made to order. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Attention, North Platte and surrounding communities. Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment is now proudly serving you from their new location at 220 West Leota Street, Suite 1, right next to Great Plains Urgent Care. Their expert team is here to meet all your home care needs. Whether you need wheelchairs, mobility scooters, lift chairs, or more, they've got the equipment to make your home safer and more comfortable. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today at 308-568-8510 and take the first step towards regaining your independence.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith softball complex. Bulldogs win this one 16-13. 16 runs on 15 hits, no errors for North Platte High School. 13 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. good heavens. I feel like I've aged like 20 years from this game just from the amount of the heart palpitations I had as the Bulldogs, man. They really kept it interesting here today. I mean, after a strong start, being up 5-0 entering the bottom of the third inning, giving up a 3-run home run, and then bouncing back to keep and try to maintain this lead with a surging Lincoln Standing Bear all throughout every single portion, beginning, middle, and end of this ball game. You got to give it to the Bulldogs. After 3 consecutive losses, 2 of them being pretty tough, technically all 3 of them being pretty tough, 2 of them being one-run losses and the other being a 11-2 blowout to Lincoln Northeast. To come in here today on the road on a neutral site to play a Lincoln Standing Bear team and, I would say stay competitive, but really keep this team at bay, even though they were able to come back at many, many different points, but not fully collapse underneath the relentless pressure that Lincoln Standing Bear was applying is good news and really, really positive because this, again, you got to remember, a very, very young North Platte high school team. Only one returning starter from last season being Jaylee Comer. Of course, Katie Titus and Lauren Bowers did see some action, but they were coming off the bench. So the Bulldogs really were a lot of fresh faces. And the fact that they were pressured early and often in this ball game and still came out with the W is only going to mean better things as the season goes on, because really every single game is just a big learning process for North Platte High. They're able to understand different types of what's being applied to them every single game. They're learning new things every single game, and that only means as the season goes on and they see those things come up again, they're able to say, oh, I remember this moment, I remember how we got through this, and as a team, get better and better as the season goes on. Again, on the wicked fast scoreboard, 16 runs for the Bulldogs, 13 for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear, and they come out with the victory and now improve to 3-5 on the season. We'll step aside one more time and come back. We'll have Coach Leah O'Donnell-Greeno join me here today and talk all things Bulldogs softball. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. With your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gets you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Can you feel it? The feeling of starting something new. The feeling of success. At Mid-Plains Community College, our instructors are ready and willing to support you on every step of your educational journey. Whether you're just starting out or changing careers, MPCC can help you transform your future. Learn more by visiting our website at npcc.edu. That's npcc.edu.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to the Bill Smith Softball Complex. Bulldogs pick up the victory here over Lincoln Standing Bear, 16-13 on the wicked fast scoreboard. 16 runs on 15 hits, no errors for the side of the Bulldogs. 13 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the side of Lincoln Standing Bear. I mean, what a game this was. It was quite a crazy game here. As we go to our game stats, brought to you in part by Bobby Campbell. State Farm agent Lauren Bowers finished the game here with 6 pitches and picks up the save for the side of North Platte High School. Ari Reyna threw over 100 pitches here in today's game, and I mean, it was kind of, I wouldn't say hit or miss, but there was a lot of opportunities for Lincoln Standing Bear to just run away with this. But Reyna, the young player, seeing her first varsity level action, not this season, but just in general, really stepped up and really put together some good pitches and some good innings when the team needed her the most. She ends up 108 pitches and the victory for the side of North Platte High School. When it comes to the hitting stats, I mean, everybody was hitting the ball super well today for the side of North Platte High School. As my game, my scoreboard broke, so now I can't even see what all of our hitting stats were. Oh, that's really sad. Maybe if I recalculate the stick. There we go. So Casey Joe Munson ended today with a 2 for 3 at bats. Jaylee Comer 1 for 2, 2 for 3 for 1 J.C. Lear. Katie Titus 2 for 3, 1 for 2 for Ari Reyna, 1 for 3 for Alexis Erickson. Lauren Bowers did not record a hit today. Malia Harmon was 1 for 2. Abby Stifler in her one appearance didn't get a hit as well. Again, our game stats brought to you in part by Bobby Campbell, State Farm agent. We meet you where you're at and help you get to where you want to be. As I wait for the ever-elusive one, Leah O'Donnell-Greeno. She'll hopefully make her way over here. Bulldogs will have a couple more games coming up in the near future here for the side of North Platte High. Let's get to their upcoming schedule after today's game. For the Bulldogs, we'll be taking on Hastings St. Cecilia next week for that game starting at 4 o'clock in Hastings. So we'll be coming right back here to Hastings once again to take on Hastings St. Cecilia. Then after that, a doubleheader against Lincoln Southeast next Thursday. Doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. For the side of North Platte High School, as you can't sneak away. I saw you try to go around the far side as I have to catch Coach Greeno. She's trying to sneak her way around here. Won't keep her for too long as bring her on here. Coach, I mean, that was quite a hectic game. I think I aged 20 years, and I might have had 2 heart attacks and maybe a stroke at the same time, but your team got it done, picking up a 16-13 victory, and I don't know if it's just me, but every time I seem to appear, the offense really starts to light it on up. 16 runs today. I mean, after a couple of, I would say duds, but a couple of low-scoring affairs the last 2 games to come out of the gates and put up 16, you got to feel pretty happy about yourself, even if you don't want to see what the other team's score was after today.
Yeah, the girls really came together. Everybody hit the ball well. We stole some bases, had some button runs, some squeeze plays, and we gave Val Hyde a little heart attack there at the end, trying to make decisions what we were going to do to close the game.
It was a topsy-turvy game, and I think another great learning experience for this team, as young as they are, as so many faces that haven't really seen a lot of varsity action. So there are going to be games like this, of course the Waverly game also being one of them, where it can just get out of hand super quickly. But I think what separates this from the Waverly game is just how, when it did start to get out of hand, the team was able to rally around each other and still get that final out or get that next pitch in without letting it stumble out of control too much to the point where it was just all unraveling at the seams.
Right, and we decided to make a pitching change early on, and we talked about that with the team, with the girls, that we got to support each other and be great teammates, and we got to do what we got to do to get the job done. So,
and that's what it was. And of course, Arena had a couple of moments where she gave us a couple big hits and a few home runs here or there, but it was really the pats on the back and the nice smaller moments with the team and the infield coming to support her, to let her know that shake that off. Of course, it's okay. Young pitcher coming in, seeing a lot more action and seeing a very good Lincoln Standing Bear team. Don't come away with a victory, even though 13 runs did come across. Probably not what you were hoping, but still a victory is a victory to stop that 3-game slid before you take on next week a couple of some good teams with Hastings St. Cecilia and Lincoln Southeast.
For for sure. It's going to be a big week next week.
That's what you'd love to hear. Well, Coach, thank you so much for stopping on by there. I'll let you go on your ways as we'll get done here with Quick Stop Postgame Show. 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. That'll do it for me. I'll see you all tomorrow for North Platte High football when the Bulldogs take on Lincoln East and the Spartans with our Quick Stop pregame beginning at 6:30 and kickoff at 7 o'clock. Our final score here today, Bulldogs 16, Lincoln Standing Bear 13. I'll see you all tomorrow for some North Platte High football.
PuroClean of North Platte delivers fast water, mold, and fire damage restoration services to the North Platte area. PuroClean knows how challenging those times can be to you and to your family. Their Nebraska-based experts have a winning, reliable combination of training and equipment partnerships. Local, fast service in the North Platte area. Their average on-site time is 60 minutes, and they'll coordinate with your local insurance provider. Give PuroClean a call now at 1-800-775-7800.